What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Back with another live show. Shout out to everybody that's here. This topic that I'm doing, just want to say this up front, has been a topic of conversation for a couple of days, and I haven't really spoken on the colorism thing in a while. So I wanted to do a stream about it and have a discussion with all of you. So make sure y'all like the stream. Shout out to Vernon85, appreciate that, getting us started with the super chat. Shout out to everybody that's here early. I do appreciate that. Shout out to y'all for being here early. I like when y'all are here early, because if I'm here early, I want you to be here early too, okay? We're going to talk about this female you see on the screen. Her name is Bria Miles. And we're going to get into a discussion of colorism and why I really feel like this colorism thing is completely overblown. Just like they tell us as men, y'all like the lighter skinned women, you know, with the big, you know, the big butts and the nice, cute face, but, you know, the big racks. We could say the same thing about women who like tall men with six packs, who have a little thug in them, but expect them to be rich and successful. You know, y'all have standards. We have standards, you know. But shout out to everybody that's here. I do appreciate that. There's been something that's been on my mind for most of this year. Okay. And it's in regards to my content. And I, in 2019, am going to be focusing on going into a different direction. I feel like I have done enough as far as red pill content is concerned. And I'm going to be hanging up my red pill jersey. And I'm going to be going in a different direction. This has been on my mind for almost a year. So this is nothing new. This has been on my mind for some time now. And I'm telling you all this now so that when my content is basically in a different lane, I don't want people coming to me asking me, why don't you make these type of videos anymore? I've been slowly but surely going into a different direction because I need that. I've been burnt out twice making the videos I did between 2014 and 2016. Some of you have no idea. Some of you have absolutely no idea. So it is time for me to go in a different direction. And if some of you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. I've been doing this for 4 years. At some point, you got to make changes. And if some of you decide to leave, again, I don't give a fuck. It's my decision. Move on if you want to. Now again, this is my decision. And I know how some of you may feel about a man making his own decision that is against anything that you want them to do. But you have to evolve. And if you don't evolve, you're going to get left behind. And I've seen people get left behind by being in the same mindset. They never grow. And there are plenty of other topics that I want to be able to speak on. I want to expand more into the psychology and mental makeup of people. The rise and the fall. You know? Making videos about dating and that's just not something I like. It's something I care about anymore. I don't care about that shit anymore. So, this is my end of the year message to you dudes who think that I should talk about the same shit I've been talking about for almost 4 years. You can go somewhere else. You can do something else. But I'm going into a different direction. I'm hanging up the red pill jersey. If some of you don't like it, again, I don't give a fuck. Just don't tell me about it. Don't tell me why am I making these videos and not the other videos. Again, who gives a shit? I've seen some of my favorite content creators never make videos again because they tried to appease their audience by making the videos that they wanted them to make, and now they no longer make videos. Now they no longer make videos. That doesn't mean I'm not going to speak on things from my perspective, because I'm still am. My perspective on things are not going to change. I'm still going to go in on these heifers. I'm still going to put my foot on the necks of these lame, weak Captain Simper hoes. Simping for hoes. Nothing is going to change. But there's just certain content I'm just not going to do. I don't care how many y'all send it to my email. I don't care how many times y'all say, well, Jay, you should do this or do that. Why don't you take that topic, bro, and go give it to somebody else? Okay? All right. Now, let's see who's here. Let's scroll up. Shout out to Turf and Vernon. Beauty is beauty no matter the complexion. That's a good point. See who's here. The Dynamite, 757, Tony, Vern, Nicole, Vico, Shelly. I am Aaron. Let's see, Mike. Let's see, Omega, Cello, Charm, Jordan. Let's see, Mermaid. Love Yourself, Upward Ninja, RCH, Jerome Bell, Nicole Marie, Josh, Neon, Yana, Let's see, Purist. Okay. Rob Spartan, Pandora. Degenerate. Jalil. Ricky. I know your comments isn't showing. I don't know why. Well, maybe something you're saying. Let's see. Jaye. Jazzy. Is it Deshard? Deshard? Yeah, we gonna get into it. What's up, Chocolate Sunshine? Neon, I gave you a key. I don't know why it's not showing. I don't know. Let me refresh this. What's up, Black Rain? But you have a key, Neon. I don't know why it's not showing. What's going on, Earth Angel? Let's see. The authentic will support you. Any endeavors, unlike baton chasing, 40-yard dashers. That's true. That's true, Turf. That's true. You know. But yeah, we're gonna get into this topic. Josh, I'm not gonna be making MGTOW related. Well, I've already stopped, but I'm not gonna be making content that is geared towards MGTOW. So, but I didn't say that. What's up, Fran Antonio? Christine. Come on, Josh. Everybody else in here, make sure you like the stream. I open up the phone lines once my whole diatribe is over, or my whole opening segment is over. I want people to understand something. I've never had an issue with dark-skinned women who were attractive, even dark-skinned women who are average-looking. Growing up, I saw a ton of attractive dark-skinned women. I saw a lot of not so attractive light-skinned females. It just depended on how they physically look. You know, I'm not one of those people who deals with somebody based off of how their skin tone is. I've never been one of those type of people. You know, I think that's silly. I think it's silly to deal with somebody just off their skin tone. I think that's the wrong way of going about it. You know, that's the wrong way of going about it. And I've never been one of those type of people. I can only speak from my experience. But what I can say is a lot of the guys who were in school with me or growing up with me, we never separated females based off of their skin tone. If we liked a girl, we liked her. Because growing up, you know, dudes just, if they were into a female, they would holler at her. No matter if she was dark skinned, light skinned. I think that's just something, I think this whole colorism piece is something that's online related. Because the majority of dudes, especially in the black community, they will date anything. Now, if they become rich and successful and you got a ton of different women from different skin tones trying to holler at you, you know, then that's different. You know, that's different. Because he may end up choosing a girl who's Hispanic, a girl who's Middle Eastern or Indian or, you know, Asian, not off of her skin tone, but because she just is an attractive woman for her, you know, she's an attractive woman. It's not because she's light skinned. And there are stereotypes about dark-skinned women being over masculine. I've seen very masculine dark-skinned chicks, and I've seen very masculine light-skinned chicks. But I've never seen, especially black dudes, turn down a female because she dark-skinned. I mean, would any dude turn down Bria Miles? You got to ask yourself that question. But you do have guys. I heard a little bit a snippet from Method Man saying that he wants a female who wears weave. He don't want her with her natural hair. He's one guy, okay, that doesn't like a woman who wears natural hair. He might as well date outside his race, okay, because you got black women who are gonna wear natural hair, and you got the black women who don't. But if that's just something that you got to have, bro, then you might as well just date outside your race. Make sure y'all like the stream. But I just don't think in 2018, the majority of these guys are turning down opportunities to date a woman based off of her skin tone. The only people who are mad are usually the unattractive dark-skinned chicks. They're usually the ones who are mad the most. They're usually the ones who are mad the most. Because they think that they're not getting chose because of their skin tone. But really it's because they're just not attractive. If you're not attractive, you're not gonna get chose. Why are you upset about that? There's nothing to be. I mean, you should be working to improve yourself. Because the ones who crying wolf the most ain't even that attractive. They're average looking women. Some of these chicks are close to being BBWs. But they expect these guys to want them. You can't expect people to want you. I'm pretty sure there are women in the chat room right now that have no issue getting attention from men. If Bria Miles spoke on colorism, it's because y'all keep bothering her about it. She's trying to pander to y'all. But do y'all really think she's getting turned down by dudes? Now, I will say this, though. She's in the industry. So there are going to be dudes who are going to curve her. No matter how attractive you think Bria Miles is, she's still going to get curved. Oh, yeah, I know that, Neon. That's, nowadays, people want to tell you who you should date and who you shouldn't date. They always want to tell you what you should do, who you should date, But if you are attractive as a woman, I don't think that you're going to be without. I just think that, unfortunately, women's, what they like in men has diminished a lot. Not diminished. It has they become more narcissistic. A lot of women have become more and more narcissistic. So they want the same men that the upper echelon of women are dating, even if they themselves are extra average. You got a lot of extra average women out there, okay, who believe that they should be dating the same men that these other women who look better, who are in better shape, are dating. And that's just not how it works. That's just not how it works. Those women are going to always be chose over you because they are the cream of the crop. Especially in the entertainment industry. So I'm pretty sure she's been curved, but I will say this though. You do have dark-skinned females who prefer to date lighter-skinned men. We all know this is a fact. We all know this is a fact. There was a time when dark-skinned men wasn't getting chose. But dark-skinned men had to work work to get themselves out there, to get that attention. They didn't create campaigns. They didn't complain about it. They just dealt with who dealt with them. So when you look at society now, okay, and you look at how dark-skinned females who are not even attractive are the main ones leading this movement of these men don't like us because we dark-skinned, that you're in trouble. Shout out to They Hate the King. Down South promote colorism, all that red bone talk. But yeah, that's coming from rappers though. That's coming from these rappers that like lighter skinned women. I think that's what that's coming from. Some of these guys, they got a thing for light skinned women. I don't think that, I just think that that's just, you know. I just think that when you look at certain situations, man, you have to look at it for what it is. And what you have is a lot of people nowadays that want to bully people into liking them. They want to bully people into liking them. And that's what you have these days. They want to bully people into liking them. So, understand this. When it comes to us as black men, we are not out here talking about, especially in a majority, that we don't like dark-skinned women. A lot of dudes just don't want an unattractive woman. And unfortunately, not say a lot, but there are a sizable amount of dark-skinned chicks that's not attractive enough for what a man is looking for. But y'all gotta understand, a lot of women are looking towards the entertainment industry, okay? To show them the way, basically. They're looking towards the entertainment industry to show them the type of men that they should go after. And they have it in their mind the type of men that they should date. They have it in their mind the type of men they should date. They want to date a guy who's about 6'5", you know, 6-pack. They say they want a dark-skinned guy, but I've seen women melt around light-skinned dudes. You know, 1 minute they don't like a light-skinned guy. As soon as he walks into the room, everything changes. Yeah, feminism definitely does play a role into it. Feminism plays a big role into it. Feminism, for the most part, has got women thinking that they can not only compete with men, that they can date, you know, certain type of guys, you know. They can date any guy they want. They can be picky about the type of guys they want. So, you see, with us, a lot of times we're going to end up being with who wants to be with us, man. We're going to be with who wants to be with us. So, understanding that and just understanding where we are as a people, especially us as men. We have a right to have preferences just like anybody else. Nobody should try to bully us on social media into liking a certain type of woman. Some women just ain't gonna get chose. And they're not getting chose because of what they're looking for. Do you know how many women brag about curving dudes? Do you know how many women brag about how many dudes they curve or who approach them but then claim that nobody likes them? It's usually the guys that they want that don't like them. Because women will make time for men that they want. They will make time for men that they want. The men that they don't want, they're not going to make any time for them, you know? Not going to make any time for them. So us, especially as black men, like who likes you. Don't have your head in the clouds like some of these females do, you know? And I bet you if you were to ask most men, they will tell you that they would date Bria Miles over a lot of different lighter skinned women. But if Bria Miles isn't checking for those guys, then what? You know, they'll just move on. They're not going to sit up there and shame them like what's going on with Michael B. Jordan, because he won't date a black female in their eyes because he's not with one, then he's against them, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But that's what happens when, expectations, expectations just isn't there. That's why it's better to just deal with people who want to deal with you. If you want better, you have to do better for yourself. You have to put yourself in a position to be able to attract those people that you want, But you can't be sitting up here looking average and not taking care of yourself and thinking that these guys are going to be checking for you. Now, the reason why Bria Miles is the topic of discussion is because she went viral after, I guess, a white female called her ugly. And then Twitter went off defending her. And I think it was a lot of dudes. It wasn't just females that were coming to her rescue with capes on. One female said, "Who the fuck thinks Bria Miles is ugly? Like where?" Somebody else, a guy said, "Any woman calling Bria Miles ugly is just jealous of her body because she's not ugly in the face at all." Another guy said, "Bird brain Twitter, Bria Miles is ugly." I don't know, it was female. So y'all calling Bria Miles ugly on this line, on this fine Friday evening is hilarious. Y'all wish she was. I don't want to get entrenched in this dumb Bria Miles being ugly convo, but I'll just say there are a lot of folks who intentionally minimize the beauty attractiveness of darker skinned women to body attributes only. It's not a mistake. But I will say this though. When you look up Bria Miles, and this is one of my only criticisms, she barely has anything on. Okay? So it's almost like she's relying too much on her body to get attention. Now maybe it's part of her career. But when you don't have much on, people are going to see you as a sexual object. If that's how you're putting yourself out there. If you're putting yourself out there as a sexual object, people are going to put you in that. People are going to do that. So you really have to be extremely careful defending anybody, because she could be doing this on purpose because she likes the attention she gets from her body. but then you want to say that that's not, she shouldn't be seen as a sexual object. She's going to be seen as a sexual object. She is, because of how she carries herself. Make sure y'all like the stream, people. Make sure you like the stream. So, in this particular situation, I don't think that people really understand that you cannot bully people on social media into liking you. You just can't. They're either gonna like you or they don't. Just like people say that women know within like 10 seconds or something like that whether they'll sleep with a guy or not. You know? So looking at this situation, I just feel like there's a lot of unattractive women who are clinging on to colorism as a crutch because they can't get the men that they want. I don't think black men are going around talking about how ugly dark-skinned women are. That's not what's going on out here. That's not what's going on out here. I just think that what's happening is that these women want a certain type of guy, and when he's not interested, they cry colorism. Because why do you think women care so much about height? Why do you think women care so much about height? They care so much about height because they think that height exudes masculinity. So you got women that would do that. Why do you think women care so much about a man's, social, how he is with women? Women, they're not going to tell you this, but they like to hear about all the conquests a man has had because it just shows that he is valuable in the dating market. Women do not want a guy who has no activity in the dating market. They want a guy who's very active in the dating market. So if they're telling you that they don't want a guy who's active in the dating market, I think they're lying to you. They're lying to you. They're making things up. Let's see. All right, people, I'm about to open up the phone lines. In a second, not yet. So, okay, hold on a second, people. All right. All right, let's see. Let me put the call-in number here so y'all can call in. Let's see, call in. Yeah, all right. All right, people. Go ahead and call in if you got something you want to add. Make the calls brief, people. Make the calls brief. There's a lot of people that want to call in. Let's keep it classy, too. Bria Miles is a very attractive woman. Okay. All right, you're live. Yeah, you're live.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I might speak a little louder. Is this Edward?
Yeah, this is Edward.
Yeah,
can you hear me now better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what's up? I keep it brief, but this is something that I talk about a lot, you know, even when I'm on a panel because it comes up a lot.
Yeah.
I will say this. The main issue I have is women have every right to have their preferences for whatever reason they want to have their preferences. I'm a guy that's 5'5", and you already know how that is in the black community.
Yeah.
So what that means is, it's not that doesn't mean that I can't date black women. It just means that I need to understand I'm going to have to run through a couple of more to find ones that are okay with whatever that is. And you just have to live with that. The reality, though, is when sisters start creating isms around black, and there's always a damn ism around a black man's preference. Me personally, I like dark-skinned women. You know, there's a lot of dark-skinned women in South Carolina if you catch them before they have a kid. Low key. A lot of people don't know that. But anyway, it's either colorism. If it's not colorism, it's featureism for the few Negroes that go overseas and still date black women. It's got to be the white woman dipped in chocolate. You know, it's always a charge around a man's preferences that's designed addictively. But when you throw that back at them and say, you don't see dudes out here crying heightism, they would get laughed at. You don't see dudes talking about, you know, they say, oh, you lame. So anyway, that's the main thing I always like to lay on the floor is how is it that you can have your preferences and that's valid, but when dudes have their preferences, you want to create a movement behind it.
Yeah. And that's why I think this movement is more about getting the chicks who get rejected feeling some type of way. And they can have a preference, but, you know, us, nah, you know.
No, absolutely. And I don't mean to bring up like YouTubers or anything like that, but when you look at a woman like Paris Milan, she's 5'10", she's dark skinned, she used to play tennis. And she's filled in applications and got dudes in her thirst box. And when I say thirst box, her inbox, right? You can't, if any woman, Kelly Rowland, if any woman wants to cry colorism, they are going to have to show me what they look like. And another thing, too, and I'm gonna end with this. You know a lot of these women are full of crap with colorism because my thing I always say to knock them down is how can you validate y'all getting behind Cardi B like y'all did, knowing that she has said plenty of colorism charges? She's used terms like burnt bitch. She's used terms like roach. Now, keep in mind, Remy Ma is from the Bronx as well. So how can you sit here and you get behind her and then you want to talk to me about colorism? See, that's called projecting. And the reality is they see the world through a light-skinned, dark-skinned prism because that's the surface level as to why, you know, as to why they think they don't get what they get. This is why they buy weave and stuff like that. So, and this is also why they refer to white men as like beautiful white men because they're looking at it from that standard. So at the end of the day, man, you can't really do nothing with women like that. They're going to think what they're going to think, and they're going to get the results they're going to get. So that's all I got to say.
Okay, that's true. Well, I appreciate the call, Edward.
Yeah, peace out.
All right, peace, bro. Edward, bringing some strong facts to the table. Shout out to Edward. Yeah, man, it's like... The thing is that I never understood, like, a guy has to be like super taller than you as a female. I mean, what do you get out of that? You know? But I think height is seen as like being more masculine. All right, you live?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. I have a question. Is it cool if I curse or whatever? Or just like
don't curse too much, man. Too much. You want to drop a B word or a D word here and there, that's cool.
All right, cool. All right. First thing I want to say is, number one, you guys can't keep on screaming about colorism and problems in the black community and you believe in white Jesus. You just can't do it. Okay? You believe in the white man's God. You can't try to be pro anything. You believe in the white man's God. That's number one. Number two, I have completely lost faith in all American black people, especially the women. And the women have been gone since, you know, the 80s. I've been lost faith in them. But in terms of the black males I have completely lost faith. I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear why? I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Number one, it's going to stem back to the white Jesus problem and the whole colorism thing.
Mm-hmm.
The colorism, it stems from the women, okay? Black men, traditionally, they don't perm their hair. There were some black men who did that, back in the day with the conks and whatever, but that wasn't the majority of black men.
Mm-hmm.
That was the black women trying to compare themselves to white women. And in turn, once they took the black men out of the home, the black man's not even there to ensure or promote his own daughter's beauty. So you have the black mom who was already traditionally sleeping with white men, in slavery and even after slavery. When people talk about, there were black slave owners, they weren't black. They weren't, for one thing, I want everyone to Google quadroon balls. Like quad, like your legs quad, and then rune, OON, quadroon balls, okay? This is where rich and prominent white men would go to these clubs with half black women or quarter black women, and they would have them as their mistresses. A lot of these guys were slave owners because, they thought that they were pretty or whatever, and they would have them as their mistresses, and when their wife dies or whatever, or when they divorced their wife, they would marry the quadroons, and they would leave their plantation to the quadroon. But after she died, the plantation went to another white man. It didn't go to her kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. So she was duped out at the time of the country. That's number one. So when I say black people in this country is finished, because number one, you worship a white man. You literally worship a white man, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You want to complain against white supremacy, but you worship a white man. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, the black man is out of the home, so the black woman is worshiping the white woman and her hair. And who is the daughter of the white woman? The white man. Who is the father of the white woman? White man. Number three, you guys are not ready for violence. You guys are sucking up to white people. You're afraid to be anti-white in this country. You guys are finished. You might as well just date white people and go kill yourselves and drink bleach. Because you guys are weak fucks. I hate you all. Fuck you.
Okay. Let me just say this. Hey, hold on, Josh. Let me just say this. I understand you don't like Americans, bro, but don't use my phone line on my platform to go off on black people, okay? This ain't the We Hate Black People show, okay? I know you got a lot of animosity towards black Americans. This is my last warning to you, bro. Don't do that again. Do not do that again. All right, Josh.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm good. I want to speak on the girl attacking Bria Miles, and I want to speak on the reasons why a lot of men don't date dark-skinned women. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Number one, I think that was just a clear sign, and I'm not trying to be racist. I love all races, but I think primarily that lady that attacked her was just flat out racist and jealous, because I am the type of guy, I like all types of women, but black women have, they have an undeniable loyalty, but some of them do have, I gotta admit, gotta keep it real, they do have an attitude problem at times. Mm-hmm. And the prime reason why a lot of black dudes don't date them is because they feel like every time when they try to please one or be one or wife up one, they end up getting their heart broken. Mm-hmm. So that's just my view on that. And also, what else did I say? I done lost my train of thought. What did I say? I think primarily another reason why is black women, they have a tendency to naturally age well. Have you ever noticed that?
Black women?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Got Angela Bassett, some of these other they age gracefully. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why, because I'm not being racist. It's just if you look at any other race, like a white woman, they generally don't age well. But a lot of people think that my mother is actually my girlfriend, and I have to tell them she's 50 years old. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's primarily just jealousy, racism, and you know, you got to understand, it's not that men don't want to date them. It's just we love our black women. It's just we feel like every time we try to feud one, they either leave us for the alpha male or treat us bad because they feel like we're too nice. So I want to ask you, do you think what I just said was true or bullshit? And just keep it real with me.
You saying bullshit about what? Black women aging gracefully?
Say what?
Okay, ask me that again.
I want to know if you think everything I just said was 100% correct or just foolish. Just keep it 100.
Is it foolish? No, you made some good points.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna be honest, excuse my language, but I'm the type of person I don't like when people bullshit me. So that's why I'm gonna keep it blood honest with you. Excuse my language.
Okay, be honest. Yeah. Josh, I know you can be honest. I've seen you in the chat room, so we know that's not something that you're incapable of doing.
Yeah, well, I just don't like liars, so I try to keep it real. But I just wanted to make them valid points and have fun with in 2019. Best wishes.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. You have a good New Year as well.
All right. You too. Peace.
All right, peace. Shout out to KLL, the last. The previous caller is not white. I don't know why y'all keep saying that he's white. He's not white. He's just as black as some of y'all. He just, may have grown up around not so many black people. But yeah, purest reality, let me tell you something, bro. My chat room is not going to be used to attack black people. Okay, I don't attack black people. I attack it. I'm not attacked, but I go in on idiots. And if you are an idiot, I'm going to go off on you. That's how this works. So don't call into my show. You about to get off the phone and you start talking about how you hate black people. That's not what you're going to use my phone lines for, sir. And the reason why I didn't go off is because people talk about how I go in on people way too quickly. I jump the gun. I want to give people an opportunity to speak so y'all can hear them. Okay? Understand who they are. You have to listen to people to understand who they are. That's all I'm saying. You have to understand who they are. You have to understand who they are. So, hey, Pierce, don't call back in my show. You've called in enough, okay? I'm not trying to hear that again. Y'all must really want to hear me go off. I'm trying to be on point, on message. So no more calls for you right now, man. Take a walk. Take a walk. Well, shout out to everybody. Said make sure y'all liking the stream, man. Let's get some new callers in here, man. We need some new people calling in. Yeah, y'all say y'all go in on people way too much. Like, Jay, calm down, Jay. Calm down, Jay. Why are you going in on Jay? Relax, bro. That's what y'all be saying, right? So I let people say what they gonna say. I let them say what they gonna say. Now, Ned, I'm not pissed off. I'm just, making sure that people understand the regulations that go on here. Most of my callers are not white. Most of them are black. Just depends on what community that they from, man. It just depends on what community that they from. It just depends on what community they're from. That's all. Yeah, some people do need me to go off on them. They want to hear me go off on them really badly. But no, I'm not about to do that. Make sure that y'all like the stream. Hopefully y'all subscribe to the newsletter. Let me put that in the chat. Subscribe to the newsletter for the website. It's basically like a subscription for the website. Also, make sure you go and check out content on the website too. Make sure you go and do that. Trust me. Listen, if I have to go off, I'm gonna go off. It's just that simple. All right, let's see who this is. All right, you're live.
What's up, Jay? It's Nettie Chick.
What's going on, Nettie? What's good, Nettie? What's good?
I just called because the last caller gave you a hard time, so I'm here to say, hey, look, you giving good advice.
The callers have been good. It's just that this one caller had to go on a rant towards the end of his call towards black people. I don't play that shit, man. Like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
Like, who show you?
Well,
think
I do
this
have
is?
something. I do have something to say on your subject.
Okay.
When I was growing up, because I'm dark-skinned myself.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I had that lack of confidence. I used to always think that, light-skinned was better than dark-skinned. But as I grew up and as I learned more about my race and everything like that, I became more confident. And now I just think all races are beautiful. I have no problem where I have a lot of light-skinned female friends and a lot of dark-skinned female friends. So I just think that, everybody has to have confidence in themselves, like especially when dating. You just have to, I've dated outside my race as well. So it just depends on the person. I just think that, black is beautiful, white is beautiful, all colors are beautiful because God made us all.
So your perspective is wide on this issue, right? So I guess you see both sides of it, right? Yeah. Because
so just keep doing what you're doing.
all right, appreciate it. Because you got dark skinned women who complain about colorism, but they'll be the main ones dating out. So yeah.
That's true. That is so true. I agree with that. Yep. And shout out to Shelly. She's a great moderator. I just want to say hey to Shelly.
Yeah, what's going on, Shelly? Yeah, Shelly's one of the best on YouTube. She's one of the best on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like supporting your channel, and I'll keep supporting. I'll leave you a little donation when we get off the phone. Thanks, Jay.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for
You're welcome.
supporting. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Shout out to Nettie. Yeah, man. Yes, it's a wrap for you, buddy. It's a wrap for you. These dudes bees in the trap talking, bees in the chat talking shit. They be bees in the trap. They bees in the chat talking shit all day. They bees in the chat talking shit all day. Why you bees in the chat room talking shit, man? Come on, man. This is a family-friendly show. We do not need people in the chat room talking cash. We don't need that today. We need positivity, good vibes. That's what we need today. We need that today. Make sure y'all like the stream. Share it as much as possible, What colorism is. Colorism is discrimination against one's skin tone. To me, that is my definition of it. I think that's the definition of other people. Okay, shout out to Nettie Chick with the donation. Thanks, Jay. I was a little nervous. Sorry. That's all right, Nettie. Shout out to Nettie. That's all right, Nettie. Y'all see dark-skinned women can agree with what I'm saying on this particular topic. What I notice is you got dark-skinned women who want issues with black men when it comes to colorism because they want to use it to attack black men. They want to use it for those purposes. You know what I'm saying? Those purposes don't help us. What's funny is that you will have people not like, you got to have that Friday night drink. Some people gonna drive me to drink, okay? They gonna drive me to want to get a sip. Niggas say, I love black man. I'll never give on the soul poll. Well, that's good, Nikki. Nikki, why don't you call in and speak about your love for the soul poll? But you know what, Nikki, you right. A lot of these sisters who claim that they no longer checking for black men. Shout out to Josh. He said, what's his problem? I think he has an issue with American blacks. If you're talking about the previous call, he has an issue with American blacks. You know, what I surmise. But you got sisters, man. They will still deal with black men because of that D. They'll still deal with them. You know? They'll still deal with them. We all know that. It ain't no secret. You know? Ain't no secret at all. I think I even heard one female admit to that. You know? That's why these chicks, they have their baby fathers, of course, they're black. They'll talk about how ain't shit he is. They'll argue with him all the time. But if they are horny enough at the middle of the night or in the afternoon, who they gonna call? They gonna call their ex. Okay? They gonna call their baby's daddy. The same one they say ain't shit. Good D will make an intelligent female who has something going on for herself have unprotected sex. That's what that D would do. Shout out to I Am Aaron. What's going on, I Am Aaron? Appreciate that. So I just think that if you look at the conversation from this channel, you will understand that black men have no issue towards a dark-skinned woman who they find attractive. You know, I just think that too many women who aren't attractive are clinging to it. They're clinging to it. Stop clinging to it. You know, it's race woman. You know what, Dynamite, that might be true. All right, let's see if anybody else wants to call in. The number is 803-767-4101 if you want to call in, speak on the topic. Nigga crazy. Hold on, let's see if I can get to this. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see. Yeah, make sure y'all sign up to that free newsletter. You don't have to pay a dime to sign up to the newsletter. All you gotta do is drop an email and a name. You know, you'll be a part of the official JDB newsletter. I have a lot of things I want to do next year just to get this in. As far as content's concerned, can't wait for y'all to see it. All right, July.
Hey, Jay, it's Josh. Listen, I don't mean to be bringing up negative energy. I just want to know, what is his problem? Because I literally had to rewind the stream and actually pay attention and realize how much hatred he had in him. He sounded like a type of dude that'll go on a mass murder.
He's called my show before. I think he has an issue with black Americans, you know. But I wanted people to hear him out.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, this is just a message to this brother. Let him know. I want to let you know I'm black, by the way. But I want to let him know not all blacks are bad. I mean, I'm black and I don't run the streets, let alone do all that stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And also, he shouldn't feel that way about black Americans because, like I said, we're not all bad. We just, you know, some of them make wise decisions in life, and some of them just go a different path. But he shouldn't feel that way with telling people to drink bleach and kill ourselves. Like, whoa.
Yeah, but that's how he feels, and I wanted people to see it. You know, I didn't know he was gonna say that stuff towards the end, but sometimes people have to see things for themselves and understand that, man, you got a mentality with some of these guys, man. Some of these guys just have a really, you know, their mentality is, you know, they're putting all the emphasis on everybody as a whole instead of just looking at the issues and the problem. You know what I'm saying?
It's not only that. I mean, I work in a building primarily with black people, and I'll be honest with you. Some of them feel like I don't like black people, but the main reason is I just feel like I know I shouldn't socialize with them because I know they're nothing but trouble. And with me being an authority figure to watch them, I know I got to be smart. Mm-hmm. It's just knowing how do I say it? It's not being a coon, but it's just knowing the right people to be around. And like I said, you got good black people and bad black people. Mm-hmm. But just let him know he shouldn't feel that way, and I just hope he changes his perspective on black Americans, because we're not all evil or bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he should. Honestly, I don't know. I just want to drop this as a joke. He should direct some of that hatred towards, what's his name? I don't even call him by his name. I call him 45.
Towards Trump.
Yeah, he should give that hatred towards 45, if anything. Don't give it towards the black people.
Right.
Yeah. All right, man. I just was curious to know what was going on because I didn't know.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Josh, again.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Shout out to Josh. He wanted some more perspective. That first call is a potential school shooter. Well, he was actually, I believe, the second call. Yeah, I got to get together, man. But you, like I say, you can't put everybody in the same category, man. I know some people do. They want to do that, but it's not always a good idea. It's not always a good idea. Oh yeah, the dynamite, man. I'm telling you, man. This, you can't put everybody into one particular category. People are different, man. If you're new to the stream tonight, make sure that you have, you click that subscription button and click the notification bell if you are new. If you are not new, hopefully you've liked the stream. Shout out to all the people that is admiring how attractive Bria Miles is. I don't want y'all to think that I think she's ugly. I don't think she's ugly at all. I've seen a comment or two allude to them thinking that I think she's ugly. I never said that. Wouldn't imply that. But when it comes to like dark-skinned women, a lot of them just, not a lot of them, but you just have the ones who grew up just not feeling attractive about themselves, just feeling very insecure because they had friends who were lighter than them who got more attention. But I think those women got more attention because they were more attractive and more feminine. All right, you're live.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Rainy Woman, what's going on?
I just tuned in to the stream, and I saw the topic, and so I just wanted to say I don't know what's going on with that, but around me, there's always been a love for dark-skinned sisters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I'm showing them an attractive dark-skinned woman. This is just one. Like, growing up, I never thought that light-skinned women were better than dark-skinned women. You were either attractive or you weren't,
Yeah. How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing good. I mean, you always got crazy things that go on, but I'm going to come on here and give the people a show,
Alrighty, but I'm not going to stay on the line. I'm going to go ahead and get back in the chat. Bye.
Okay. All right, Rainy Woman. Thanks for calling in, all right? Shout out to her. She has a very memorable voice, Yeah, but like I was saying, there's some different things I'm gonna be doing next year. I think y'all are gonna like that. Content wise, what I do with my live shows. Shout out to everybody who's supporting the live shows tonight. You know. A shout out to Hakeem C. Jones. Says showing some love, Jay. Finally caught you live. Appreciate that, Hakeem. Shout out to Hakeem. Shout out to Hakeem. Yeah, I got some stuff, some topics lined up. I think y'all gonna like it. I may start doing interviews. I really want to start doing some interviews, but not just with YouTubers. Oh no, I'm an ambitious motherfucker, okay? I want to do interviews with people outside of YouTube. Facebook personalities, Instagram personalities. There's a few people outside of YouTube I want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? All right, you live.
Hey, shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
what's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. I love your content, man. But you just said a mouthful, man, when you talked about femininity, man.
Yeah.
I think that really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. You remember when like someone like Kendra, when she won Miss America, you know, it don't even matter if you're white, black, or whatever. Everybody was in love with her because she was a feminine person. But as soon as she came on Love and Hip Hop or whatever show that she was on, you know, she, taking on those masculine features and stuff like that made her unattractive. It didn't have anything to do with her skin color. It was just about femininity.
All right. Yep. Yeah, and it gets lost because sometimes it's just like when you know how you got two people, right? You got one person that'll do something, but the other person will get caught. That's kind of like dark-skinned chicks. Like, that's why they become the stereotype. Don't mean light-skinned chicks don't go around doing the same stuff that dark-skinned women get accused of doing. You know? It just dark-skinned chicks get caught.
But I mean, if you look from the men's perspective, I'll give you two dudes. Like Shamar Moore and what's that dude, Tyson Beckford.
Right.
Tyson Beckford is a black dude. Or let's just say Wesley Snipes at his peak.
Right.
He could pull more women than anybody.
Right. Yep.
And he was a dark-skinned dude.
Yep. Yeah, Wesley. I say late 90s. Wesley was like, yeah, he was up there. He was the guy.
Yeah. You know, I think it's just like you got these masculine women that want to change the narrative, that they don't want to be feminine, so they just want to, blame it on the dark-skinned, black-skinned type thing. You know, you got Bria Miles on there. If you hold her in the black community versus any light-skinned model, she's pulling probably 60-40, at least 50-50.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
And
that's just what it is, man.
Yeah, she seems very feminine, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but thank you, man, for all you do, man. I love your show, man.
Okay.
Keep things, pushing in 2019, man.
All right, cool.
I'll let you, boy.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
All right.
Thank you for the call, bro. Shout out to him. That was a good call, man. Yeah, who was bigger than Wesley Snipes in like mid to late 90s, early 2000s? You know? You know what I also think it is? When you look at fashion, you got a lot of women that like to keep up with fashions. It's the same thing with men, you know? They want the type of dudes who all the other women are falling all over, you know? They can't just go and get a guy that want them, you know? But it's best to have a certain type of a lane. You know, you can't just do everything. Yeah, Denzel was on the competition, right? Yeah, Denzel's been consistent for a long time. In NCTK, you say you wasn't born yet? Sheesh. Youngster. God. Man, I was in elementary school in the 90s, man. About to go in the You know. I said, man, I was running around I was all in the streets in the 90s, man. Never in the house. Be gone from the time I get home from school to it got dark outside. I'm always trying to find something to do, man. He was born in 96. Man, you was a couple years old in the 90s. Probably not enough to do nothing, you know. The 90s will forever be one of the great decades, you know. One of the great decades ever. Because of just how black people were so promoted in the media, you know. Blackness was promoted, you know. I was born in, I'm 29. I'm 29 now, okay? I was born in 89. David says I'm over the hill. Get the fuck out of here, man. The 90s is the gold standard, man. Nicole, that was alleged. That was alleged, Nicole. Alleged. Nikia said she was born in 97. Nikia's another young girl. Dark-skinned women don't like brown-skinned brothers. You think so? Brown-skinned dudes don't never complain about getting no girls, man. Simply G sliding in was good. I'm roughly older than you, Josh. And how old are you, Josh? Nettie says 29 is young. It is young, but shit, I don't feel young. You know, even though I do like being young, though, I will say that. Nothing beats that, you know. Yeah, Denzel's always been very consistent. Very consistent. Raina Woman said she was born in 2007. Yeah. America will never promote dark-skinned women. Well, they used to, Yana. They used to promote dark-skinned women, but the narrative changed because what people like and what people wanted out there changed. They wanted to get comfortable Negroes in there, and those were lighter complected, and people bought into it. Well, Josh, you got to make the most of being 23. You'll never be 23 again. I don't think 34 is old, especially NBA. Maybe in a couple years it'd be considered old. Sean G with that bullshit. Man, come on, man. Come on, Uncle J. JD. Uncle JD. Living Color, Martin, Jamie. Yeah, there was a lot of shows. The Wayans brothers. Blacks were heavily promoted in the 90s, and then it just changed, you know? I don't know if it's just technology has started to evolve. The fact that there were more to do outside of, you know, interacting. People just stop interacting with each other like that. It's crazy. Born in 82, raised in the 90s, the last real. Yeah. Yeah, usually, that's the thing, like, dudes, dark skin, brown skin, light skin, a lot of those guys, you know, they have no complaints. I'm telling y'all, man, there's a plethora of women to be gotten. You just got to be the guy who's ready to be there at that particular moment. And I just don't think people, no one believes me. See, I'm lying all the time. Well, Nettie, how old are you? Are you young old or old young, you know? What's going on, Ricky? Yeah, that was a good show in the 90s. 90s had a lot of good shows. Yo, Hang with Mr. Cooper. Most people. I'm telling you, it has, Nicole. It's made people lonely, made people thirsty. Right, 757. He produced a lot of shows. The guy, he you know, he's definitely top echelon of showmakers. Shout out to everybody here that's supporting. I really do appreciate that, man. He was born in the 70s. Oh, born in the 70s. Oh, okay. So you're close to MILF status. You know, close to MILF status. Nick, you say he's born in 76? Hold up. He was born in 76? Really? You don't look it. Yep, Martin. That was my favorite show growing up. Oh, said my man is 8 years younger. There you go. Shout out to Nikki. Giving giving us young dudes a chance. Martin, I hated the black man playing a woman. Yeah, that was probably the weakest point of the show, but people like seeing it. I guess that was part of his caricature, man. But it's not saying that I was comfortable with that. You know, you're never comfortable seeing a man walking around in dresses and heels and portraying a woman. But it got over. You know? Okay, Josh, that's cool. Anybody else gonna call in? Any dark-skinned women? I know y'all watching. Y'all don't want to call in and talk to me? Y'all don't want to speak to JayeDeBlack? I'm telling y'all, I'm going to end up changing my name to my channel. It's not going to be JayeDeBlack any longer. Because again, my name means more to some of these other people than it does me. I'm 18, but I don't like any girls. I used to be there, Dynamite. I used to be 18. I couldn't stand a lot of the girls my age, man. I couldn't stand dating any of them girls my age. No instructional moments in our society. Yeah, a lot of those movies had a lot of weird messages towards men. You know? A lot of weird messaging. And it says, Nettie, you don't have to be scared to call in. Only people, you know what I'm saying? You know, most people, all you got to do is, you know, just be yourself, you know? Just be yourself. That's all you got to do. Just be yourself. All right? Also, I'm going to say this because people keep they keep commenting topics to videos, right? If you want to contact me about a particular topic, that is the email right there. All right, you live.
Hey, Jay, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, thank you so much for all the great work you're doing, by the way.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I'm originally from South Africa. Now I'm staying in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And this is something that I've picked up a lot, that it seems like a lot of American guys look down on dark-skinned women, you know. And
really?
For me, it's very strange. I'm like,
really?
Beauty is not defined by the shade of your skin. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And for us back in Africa, beauty is defined by your features, not necessarily your European features, but your features, we like certain body types,
mm-hmm.
and the shade of the skin is not really anything. I've seen a lot of ugly, light-skinned women, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a historical connotation to this? Why do American guys do that?
I don't think American guys. I think that in California, you do have black dudes who are dating outside their race, dating other races of women. I don't think it's because the women are dark skinned. I just think that maybe the other women that they're dating just to them are better options, you know. But I'm just telling you from my perspective and the perspective of the dudes in the chat room, they don't seem to hate dark skinned women.
So, is it being shoved down or approached by Hollywood, you think?
No, I think it's the insecurity of dark skinned women who aren't attractive. They are the ones who are getting on social media complaining about men that they claim don't want them when they've never even been around those men. I think that what the media does, the media puts attractive women in front of people. And if those women happen to be lighter skinned, well, again, that's what they choose to do. You know? We can't let Hollywood dictate how we feel. People allowing Hollywood and TV to dictate how they feel about other people. That's the true sickness.
Do you think as well that it's maybe as black people aspirational that when you get out of the hood you want to get the light-skinned, ambiguous-looking women because it's a status symbol?
Well, for some guys it is. You know, I'm not saying that every black man wants a dark skin. Well, some of these guys don't. They've openly said they want lighter skinned women. But I think that's just those guys who were used to a certain type of woman. Once they get out of that environment and they're around biracial women, they're around Asian, Hispanic women, they're going to choose those women because they've never been around those women and they view those women's features as more attractive. So you do have men who feel that way. But I don't think that's a majority. I think that's just with certain guys who are rich or they're in entertainment industry. They're around groups of men who dates, you know, the similar women that they date, and they want to fit in.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's true. Because I'll give you examples of dark-skinned African women that I personally think are gorgeous. Lupita is one of them. Lanai, Gurira as well. I think she's quite pretty, you know. And but I've noticed that they're not sexualized as much as the light-skinned woman.
Well, her name is Denai, right? She's in The Walking Dead, and she's having sex scenes with the lead character whose name is Rick.
Okay.
So it's like they're trying to make her into one, her character is meant to have a hard exterior. But slowly the show has tried to make her more of a softer, more, you know, submissive woman, you know, to that white man, you know.
And then the last thing before I go, I've noticed that I watch a lot of your videos and you kind of have this thing, especially around the Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher issue, you kind of come across as, you give the impression that you think some of these light-skinned women go for the athletes, the actors, just to finesse the money and get the money, and, you know, like, I get the impression that you don't think that there's an underlying love behind some of these relationships.
I've never said that, bro. I've never said that. It just so happens.
I get the feeling.
No, that's not how I feel. Whenever I do a particular video topic, and the woman just so happens to be biracial, listen, if these brothers like biracial women, ain't nothing I can do. But if they're making news, I'm going to speak about them. But see, the thing is that I don't like gold diggers despite what their race is. I think gold diggers are some of the worst people out there. They're teaching this ideology of just going after men's money. And you have a lot of women who have that mindset. And in the Matt Barnes situation, she not only is she trying to get child support for children that she doesn't even have, she ended up dating this dude's teammate behind his back. He found out from his kids that she was dating this guy. So this guy was around his kids and he didn't even know it. So that's one of the reasons why I don't particularly like this particular female. And because she got herself arrested trying to keep from getting his kids.
Yeah. No, she's a very despicable human being, that one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you cheat on your husband, your ex-husband, with the ex-teammate? I think there you're spot on. But thanks a lot, Jade. Keep up the good work, and we out here and we're listening, man.
All right, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. Shout out to shout out to him. He's from South Africa, currently living in, I believe, California, right? And he says that a lot of brothers there don't like dark-skinned women. All right, you live.
Hi.
Hey.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you called in?
I did. Hi, I've been watching you for like a year, and I apologize if I sound distorted. I'm going through mountains right now.
Okay. Yeah, what's your name?
I really love your show, but I just started listening about 5 minutes.
Yeah, what's your name? Can you tell me your name? Maybe I've seen you in my comment section before. Yeah, your call is going in and out. You might have to call back in. Call back in. Yeah, make sure you call back in if you get the chance. But anybody else, the lines is back open. I appreciate all y'all who've been watching my shows for like the longest. Now you got a chance to call in and talk to me. Now you got a chance to call in and talk to me. Oh man, not the call dropped again. But yeah, like I said, not a time y'all can call in and talk to me now. Now that's awesome. That is awesome. I've been seeing a lot of African men openly dating. Really, Nikki? Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. All right, you're live.
Hey, how you doing? This is Derek. I actually just saw your stream. I guess my topic is I really want to discuss is, I guess I was born in 92, so I kind of understand where you're coming from a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I guess, going through my experience, I guess for me as a black person, it's kind of hard to get a black woman for some reason. I guess through my experience, they either like white guys or whatever, or they're, I guess once they so out of tune with like talking to a black, they think they're like better. And I don't know, I think as a race of people, we're the only people that down each other. Like a black woman say this about a black guy say this about a black woman. I just don't understand why that is. Hope you could shed some light on it.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with how we become more and more divided. And I think that social media and technology with cell phones has helped that divide, because now we don't have to see each other, we can criticize each other, But I think that black men have gripes, black women have had gripes for a number of years. And a lot of black men, it started off with a smaller group of them coming onto YouTube and other platforms, speaking on their experiences with black women. And then you got black women who want to combat that. So now you got this, tug of war, basically of, we're right about you, and them saying that, you're wrong about us. But the thing is, you have black women who never present any facts. They always bring emotion that you shouldn't be talking about us,
Yeah, absolutely. I've just never understood, like, it was always, a black girl that likes white guys will say, black dudes ain't, like, we're no good. And it's like, she has her whole agenda of life just changed because she's with a white guy. And I'm like, not all black guys are like this. Like, why should, like, one bad experience or just because you're with a white guy change your perspective on life?
Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't, but they do. They'll use one interaction for like, oh, I'm just gonna date outside. But then when it ends up happening, they end up coming back to black men. that never happened.
Right.
Or they'll blame
never
us.
that.
Yeah. Me neither.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you answering my call, man. Big fan.
All right, cool. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for calling in.
No problem.
All right, bro. Thanks, man. Shout out to him. First time call, I believe. Yeah. I had a bunch of people calling in. Y'all call back in. Let me get these phone calls in. Got a couple new callers. If you are the lady that was going through, I believe she said mountain terrain or something like that, or just out of good phone signal, you can call back in too. I'm gonna have the lines open for a little while longer. Just give you an opportunity to call in. And make sure y'all liking the stream as it continues to go on. But yeah, a lot of these guys, they have the different perspectives when it comes to dating out dark-skinned women, you know, or dating outside their race, you know. But what's interesting is that people tend to point the finger and want to blame instead of looking internally at themselves, you know. No matter how upset I get at black females, it won't make me just date white women, because you got white women who are acting just like black women, you know. If you're going to date somebody because you vibe with them and they fit your plan going forward. Because we tend to get with people who don't fit our plan going forward. They're just good for right now, but they don't fit your plan going forward. Shout out to Real Virtues. Shout out to Real Virtues. All right, you're live.
Yes, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, this is JDBlack show.
Yeah, what's your name?
Rashida, how you doing?
What's going on, Rashida?
Hey, so first and foremost, I've seen watched some of your videos about the the IG stuff and stuff, and I appreciate like how you go about it and talk about everything without being disrespectful.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, is you want to speak on the topic? Is there something that was on your mind?
Yeah. So you talking about the dark-skinned women, like guys being biased towards them?
Yeah, because I've heard from dark-skinned women that black men, mostly we chase light-skinned women or white women. We don't really give dark-skinned women the time of day, and I just don't think that's accurate. I just think that you have guys who they have a preference for lighter-skinned women.
Do have a preference. Like, I do feel like they have a preference, but even me being a dark-skinned female, I feel like I deal with that. I feel like I'm not the prettiest female, but I have a decent body and decent looks. And guys, like just recently, I had a guy that was in my Facebook messages for a couple of months, but then when we exchanged numbers, he wanted to bring up the fact that he usually talks to dark-skinned girls, and it was a privilege for me to talk to him.
Oh. Well, he might not have meant nothing by that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just wanted to break the ice.
He probably didn't, but I didn't see the reason for him to even bring that up.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys say that and do that when I'm dating them, and I don't understand what's the point of even bringing it up. If you find me attractive and you want to date me, just date me. Don't bring up how you usually speak. I usually date light-skinned girls or whatever the case may be, which is fine, but I feel like that's just uncalled for.
Oh, okay. Well, I just think, did y'all have a conversation about colorism?
Say that again?
Did y'all have a conversation about colorism?
No, I didn't even bring it up. I'm just, regular conversation and trying to get to know each other, and then he just brought it up. I usually don't even bring that up because that's like that conversation can go left. I usually don't even bring this up. Right.
That's why I say, man, some things you listen to, and you just have to decipher whether the person is being intentionally disrespectful or not. That's why I would say to that. As far as that's concerned, yeah. But as far as black men, I just don't think black men are just like not listen. If there are attractive dark skinned women out there, brothers are gonna get with them. I just think that if you have
guys really try to act like there's no attractive dark-skinned females. I feel like me being a female, I know an attractive female when I see her, but I feel like most of the dark-skinned females that's attractive aren't even in the media. Like, I see more beautiful dark-skinned women on my day-to-day life than I see on TV.
Right.
Or on Facebook. Or on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I do feel like guys are biased toward dark-skinned females.
I don't think you should feel that way. I don't think.
I think so. I know so.
No,
I know so.
If you're attracted to a woman like you say you are, I don't think you have an issue getting guys.
But even still, I just feel like even more so I've gotten that from dark-skinned men, and I just don't understand. Like light-skinned guys will approach me. Sometimes they'll say a little stuff, but it's always a dark-skinned guy.
Maybe those light-skinned guys are shy. They're probably shy. The dark-skinned guys are probably shy.
You said they're probably shy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to be shy. I don't see a reason to bring in complexion with it. Somebody.
No, come on, man. Okay, then those guys ain't interested. You know, you got to move forward. Not everybody's gonna be interested in you. Not everybody's gonna be interested.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you got to move on to people who want you. Don't never try to get people who ain't really. You know, they not really for you. You know, they not all in. You know, because then you're gonna end up getting a situation where you feel like this guy doesn't like me for me. You know. So never feel that way, okay? Because I'm pretty sure there's a. I don't. Do you have a preference for dark-skinned men or something?
No, actually I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
so
I like you attractive. You attractive.
okay, so you just like attractive men, period, right?
Yes, I really don't. If anything, like I do any shade.
Okay.
I really don't.
As
I don't have a preference.
as long as you keep that energy, you're gonna find you a good brother, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Rashida. Is anything else on your mind? Going to the other callers.
No, that was good. I could go on for days about that, but I appreciate you taking my call.
All right. Well, you can always send me an email. I can probably make a video topic out of what you send me.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye. Shout out to Rashida. And people in the chat is like, is it the Rashida Strober? I don't think so, because I think I know her voice. You don't want to get into a relationship with a man that thinks he looks better than you. Nicole Marie, crazy. Why don't you call in, Nicole? Nicole has been in the chat dropping some facts of her own. A few, just a few. I ain't want to give you too much credit, but you just dropping just a few, you know. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, man. I mean, I see attractive dark-skinned women a lot, but you do have dark-skinned women though who have an ego, okay? And when you do approach them on some respectful shit, they're not checking for that. All right, Raina Woman. Okay. All right, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, JDBlack?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Real quick, man, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I'm
All
a small YouTuber, man. I cover issues somewhat similar to this, and I'm not sure if you actually already sort of discussed this on your show, because I just kind of got in, but
okay.
How is it that we as dark-skinned black people can expect to be the standard of beauty in a country where it's predominantly non-black? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I kind of disagree with you when you say that, you know, men don't really, you know, prefer or have a preference towards lighter skinned women. I sort of feel like we do, but
I never generalized, bro. That's the thing. I wasn't gonna generalize. Right. Yeah, I'm talking about percentages of different groups. I try not to generalize.
Absolutely. But, you know, also my view's a little bit skewed because I'm from Los Angeles. So, you know, I kind of see where everybody kind of goes. You're
actually my second caller from Los Angeles. There was an African guy that called in. He said that brothers love non-black women there.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact, man. Like, I feel like it's more so like a lot of the brothers, like when we don't date, you know, I don't see it more so towards white women, but I see it towards an affinity towards Mexicans.
Oh, okay.
And sort of the Hispanic people like that. So, you know, I just sort of feel like, you may have an affinity towards lighter-skinned women, but I feel like that's just sort of what the country, I mean, that's sort of just the way we were raised. Like, it doesn't really make sense for you to be the standard of beauty in a country where we're so mixed and so integrated. Yeah. And it's just sort of one of the downfalls of integration, you know what I mean? So, I hear a lot of crying about it. I don't see a lot of these beautiful, attractive, dark-skinned women crying about it. So,
nah, me neither.
You know, it's like you said, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to say that you gaslighting and that you don't really want to acknowledge the issue. But, I mean, for me, I know a lot of beautiful, dark-skinned sisters. Colorism is the last thing that they want to talk to me about. You know what I mean? So, that's just sort of where I am with it, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but,
All right, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, thank you, bro.
All right, man. Shout out to him for the call. Another caller from Los Angeles, and he says them guys is dating a lot of the Mexican chicks, out there. That's interesting because of how a lot of Latinos feel about black people. So that's also an interesting part. I actually saw a video from a girl from Los Angeles. She's a Latina, and she talked about dating black men and how her family felt about that. I was actually going to do a response. I may still do a response. I know my response is going to be late as hell, but I may still do a response to it, But see, I guess because I'm not from Southern California, that's why, and I don't interact with a lot of Latino females. So I don't know if I don't know. Maybe that's a topic I'd rather do live than do a video on, because I never really interacted with too many Latino women, I can only go off maybe what white women are doing, because I've been around more white women than any other race outside of black women. All right, you're live.
Hi.
Hey.
This is Jaye. I'm sorry. It's my first time on here. Please excuse me.
Yeah, this is JDBlack. Right? Yeah, this is JDBlack from YouTube. Yes.
Okay. Just to, I guess, to add on to the topic about the, I just feel like a lot of people, they worry about the wrong things. They worry so much about color and this and that they're going to miss out on their own happiness. Yeah. Trying to fulfill, I guess, the image that the world is kind of setting for each one of us. It's just, like I said, people just worry about the wrong things. Right. If they base more on love, sensitivity, compassion, maybe it might be a little easier. Light skin, dark skin, at the end of the day, somebody wants to be with somebody. Somebody wants to be loved. Right. But like I say, if you're worried about colorism all day, and you can't tell somebody who to date, who not to date. Black men date light skin, white women, Chinese, male, female. It doesn't matter. As long as you're happy with who you're with, that's all you should be worried about. If they don't work out, that's their business. But at the end of the day, I think it's just, the colorism is getting ridiculous. Yeah. It's like it's controlling everybody's life. No one has, they focus, like I said, focus in fact on the wrong thing. And you can't change anybody's decision on who they date, who they don't date. Right. Just who you date. I mean, of course, we like to see our own people, you know what I'm saying, love each other, but we have to get to that point of loving each other first and respecting each other, and then we can continue on to that next step, and then we appreciate each other. But publicly, always bashing each other, male and female, is never going to be better. We're the only race that does that. Publicly, back and forth. No other color, race, or ethnicity does that but us. So we discourage people from dating us, taking us serious. Black women, we have a hard enough time. I'm not the darkest skin, but I claim black. I don't think I'm a personal color. I'm a black woman. And I love being a black woman because it's so much that they copy everything we do. They steal things we do because we're so creative. They can give us the littlest things in life, and we can still make it the biggest things in our life. So we're very creative, compassionate, but we have to stop hating on each other publicly and disrespecting each other publicly, and then we can move on to something a little better in life. But until that day comes, we'll never get ahead or be better people as a unity.
Yeah. Let me ask you, do you have a good brother in your life?
As in relationship-wise?
Yeah.
Yes. Matter of fact, so funny. We was friends for over 10 years. Okay. And I valued the friendship so much that I didn't want to step over that line because I didn't know where it was going to end or the friendship or whatever. But we decided to go ahead and move on and make a relationship out of it. And I'm very happy. You know, I look at him as a person. He even said one time, well, you know, I'm dark as your shirt. And I'm like, and that means what to me? That means nothing to me. Right. I'm with you because I want to be with you. Not because you're dark as my shirt. Not because I'm this or that. Or, you know, no one's perfect. And everybody's out here running around trying to get the butt injections. I do wear weaves because I want my hair to, my natural hair to mess up. And I get lazy. But, you know, and he understands that. So he doesn't disrespect me on that end. He understands that's just the process that I have to go through. He's understanding about the processes I go through. And that makes me love him even more. But yes, I am with a brother. Okay. So, yeah. You know, but it's about being happy at the end of the day for everybody.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know.
You know, you seem like you're there, so I guess that all that
Yeah.
matters. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Through the
right.
grace of God, yes.
Okay.
Everything takes time and patience. Don't rush. Don't look for it. Sometime it'll come right to you.
Okay, well that's some good game for some of these females out there that's been looking and searching and can't find it. You know, so definitely some good.
Don't
game.
look. Don't search.
Okay. All right.
Did you run up on something you wish you can't? Did you wish you didn't run up on?
Yeah, that's true.
So.
All right. Well, I appreciate your call. You know, thank you for calling in.
Thank you. You have a good holiday and a happy New Year.
Same to you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. It's a good call from her. Good call. All right, you're live.
What up, JDB baby? Shenlong 64X, how you doing? Happy belated Merry Christmas to you, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man? You seem really hyped for the holidays. What's good?
Yeah. I'm not going to eat up too much of your time, but I want to speak on the point of matter of the topic.
Mm-hmm.
My first wife was dark skinned. I mean, we met at where we worked at and everything else. Like I was telling you before, it's not the color of skin that I really go by; it's the content of character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and me personally, I grew up and I always liked dark skinned women, but it's like I always try to go for the approach and connect with them, but it's like it's always been kind of like a hit and miss. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't go by the color of the skin, but I just go by what's being presented to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why I sit back and see it. It's like you said, it's just, you know, some level of an ego or attitude. And this is what anybody and everybody,
mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, just straight. I mean, and like I said, it just seems to me is more, the females have more of an issue with it than the males, and more of a complex over it. And, you know, old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
I mean, they're going to go by whatever they're going to go by whatever additional adage they're getting from other parties or of their own volition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, for me, I have no problem with a woman's skin of color, dark skin. I love dark beauty. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's what they're bringing, you know, how they're coming up and what they're bringing to the table. You know, mm-hmm. it's like, it's one thing if you're sitting back coming off in an out-of-pocket manner or whatever, mm-hmm. okay, that's a given. Mm-hmm. But like you said, if you come in that correct and you come in at a, you know, a proper manner or whatever, and they still come off like that, it's like, what did I do to cause this? Mm-hmm. You know, and I know I'm not the only one that sits back and says or sees this. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just, it is what it is. You know, and mm-hmm. If they want things to change, if they want things to change or to be different, mm-hmm. you know, they got to look from within and quit worried about, you know, what you're doing, what I'm doing, or what the next man's doing, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You got to look from within, mm-hmm. you know, and then go from right there. Because if you don't address from within, you'll never be happy and you'll never find peace.
Right.
You know. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I mean, that's all I want to say, bro. I mean, you know, anyways, listen, be safe and, bro, mm-hmm. stay strong.
All right.
Keep it up now.
Thank you.
All right now.
All right.
Go on.
All right. Thanks for the call, man. All right, I'm shout out to him. He's always hyped when he calls in. Yeah, we got the phone lines wide open tonight. Want to get as many people in as they can to speak on this topic. Make sure y'all have liked the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Because we are live in here. You know, I just want to say this real quick. Not only am I going to make changes to some of the content, some of the things I want to do next year, some of the people may be different, you know. The people who really like and support what I'm doing will be here, and the people who don't, they probably won't be here, you know. They probably won't be here. But shout out to everybody anyway, man. We are here, still got 193 live. Phone lines are still open. Phone lines are still open. Yeah, the calls been coming in hot, man. Keep putting the number on there. Shelly's putting the number in there. You know, I would like to hear more black females who are dark skinned to call in to give your take on this. That'd be much appreciated. Yeah, the assortment of calls. I support you always. Well, cool, Nicole Marie. Appreciate that. Yeah, keep that support coming in. I appreciate it. All right, you live.
Oh, wow. Is this JDBlack?
Yeah, this is JDBlack.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? This is brother Kari Tom Bay. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
All right, yeah. You're still talking about this dark skin subject?
Yeah, I'm giving people time to call in and speak on it. I had the phone calls been lighting up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll be real quick. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The light skin, dark skin thing, you know, like I said before, you know, we've been conditioned by certain TV shows and certain, you know, magazines and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the TV show Martin in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the two main girls. You had Gina and you had Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Pam, to me, was better looking than Gina. Pam was a brick house, but Gina was presented more of the nice, sweet, feminine, wifey girl, while Martin would always rank on Pam, telling some nappy, BDB this, BDB that. So once again, always portraying the dark-skinned girl as if she can't be equal or compare to the lighter-skinned girl.
Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, so when you grow up seeing those images over and over again, you know, if you're a little boy growing up, you know, I was born in the 80s, I was raised in the 90s, so I'm 35 years old. So it's the same thing. So a lot of people are kind of raised to be colorist and to be partial to a certain skin complexion, and they don't even realize it.
Yep.
Yeah, just based off conditioning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought that too. I always thought Pam looked better body, but she was portrayed as the masculine one. Yeah.
Exactly. And the same thing on the TV show before they canceled it, called the CarMarshal show. Tiffany Haddish was on that show, and even though Tiffany Haddish is considered more brown skin or medium complexion, the main girl that was Gerard's girlfriend was the biracial light-skinned girl. She was portrayed as nice, sweet, wholesome, soft, educated, all these great, wonderful qualities. And then Tiffany Haddish busted in the apartment with a big, strong bop, loud, hi, how you doing? Just ghetto, loud, violent, hood rat shit.
Yep. Complete stereotype.
So they always present those dynamics. So that's all I want to say. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. I just want to make that point that when they compare a dark-skinned girl to a light-skinned girl and set both of them right next to each other, they always tend to do that of making the dark-skinned girl compared to the lighter-skinned girl mannish, hard, and butch. And even when they do lesbian couples, they make the dark-skinned lesbian girl the mannish one, and they make the lighter-skinned one the feminine one. Yeah. So that's it, man. So thank you so much for taking my call, man. I love your show. I love your past content. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, peace and love.
All right, bro. Shout out to him with that call. Yeah, it was a good call, man. Dude was putting some facts out there for the people to digest. But you know what's crazy? Tiffany Haddish in that show was a stereotype, but that's who she is in real life. That's who she is in real life, people. That's who she is in real life. That's what's crazy. Life imitating art, you know? What's up, Rhea? I see you. Zohan in the banner. I seen a caller call in. You can still call in. Lines are still open. Nigga said the caller of the night award goes to him. Yeah, that was a good call, man. Yeah, but I just think that people are going to have certain preferences. And there are just black dudes out there that just aren't checking for dark-skinned women, you know? They just aren't. And it doesn't mean that they hate them. Now, some guys will tell you because they were made fun of for being dark, they don't want to be dark. I've heard that too. I've heard guys say that because they were made fun of for being dark-skinned, it made them want to be with a lighter-skinned woman, and they did not want their kids to be dark. I have heard that too. So I've heard both sides of it, you know? So I've heard both sides of that. But yeah, Pam always looked good. She looked better. She had a better personality. She was just always seen as a masculine one. That's a good point, Brittany R. That's a very good comment that you made right there. They chasing after the wrong type of men. That's the issue. They're running and chasing behind the wrong type of man. And that's what you have in these situations. These women expectations for what they want is just very unrealistic, you know. When it comes to dating, if you're not in the entertainment industry or if you're not in social circles, in certain social circles, you shouldn't expect to date a certain type of person. You know, people are going to look at the fact that I make videos about IG models and say, well, you just want an IG model. I'm making videos about them. That doesn't mean that's what I want. Who in the world is trying to wife up an IG model? Let's be clear about this. These rappers don't even wife them up. These rappers sleep with them, fly them out. They don't date them. It's very rare you will see these guys actually putting rings on these chicks' fingers. Yeah, but you know, Drake would date anything. Drake would date anything. He'll date, you know, light-skinned chicks, dark-skinned chicks. He'll date somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife. That's why there were issues, you know, with some of the choices that he makes. You know, you got to interview Amber Rose. I'm gonna try to get on the show. If Jesse Lee Peterson can interview her, I know I can. I'm gonna get me a slut maker shirt too. I gotta get me one of those slut maker shirts. But I may make something even better than a slut maker. Call it the Thiz-Out maker. The Thiz-Out maker. Call it the Thiz-Out maker. All right, you live. Yeah, you live.
Hey, I just want to make a point that a lot of these chicks do not want the colorism to change, bro. Real talk. These light-skinned women, they know exactly how motherfuckers feel about their ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if we was just to wise up one day and just say that a woman's color don't matter, a lot of these women egos will be hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily, it goes both ways when people, you know what I'm saying, men and women taking advantage of that. on how they feel about colorism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So don't let these chicks fool you thinking that they confident in this. They know exactly how they, you know what I'm saying, the advantage that they have.
To my lighter skinned chicks.
Yeah, they know exactly what they you know what I'm saying? They know they're at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like we can sit here and act like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't feel like this or that, but and the reality is women that's gonna keep that thing going, man, because it's certain women that thrive off of that shit.
Yeah, I would say there are. You can tell when a woman is bullshitting, like especially if she's lighter skins and she starts talking about colorism and why these brothers are dark skinned
and
women.
she try to act like she sympathizing with the darker skinned woman.
Yeah, but she's well aware that she gets a little bit more attention than them, and that's why she's going out of her way to pander to the dark skinned female crowd. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just imagine, you know what I'm saying, when the dark skinned women take a light skinned woman's man, you know it's a special kind of hurt there.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that's it, man. I was just calling to tell you, man, like that it go both ways, man. Like how we feel about it is just one side of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So these women, they definitely take advantage of it. They know exactly what's going on. They, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they got the same thing with us men. You know what I'm saying? Light-skinned dudes, you know what I'm saying, get chose. It's just the name of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's different sides of it. But all right, well, I appreciate you calling in, bro. And
yeah.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
Thanks, man. Shout out to you. Look at Diamond. Diamond is here. Phone line is still open. I had somebody calling. You can call back in. If you are listening right now, you can still call in and speak on the topic. All right, you're live.
Hello?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, you got something you want to add to the topic?
Yes, definitely, man. I've been listening to you for a long time.
Okay.
And I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a bouncer. I've worked clubs in NYC over the past 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've noticed is that, females have it easy. They get hollered at way too much.
Mm-hmm.
They have too many choices, not only with guys, but with girls,
Mm-hmm.
And they so when you sample too much, you don't know what you like,
Right.
You had too much, I don't want to make it seem as if, say, those old school traditional marriages were necessary, but it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense because, you didn't give people too much chance to run around and deal with too many people and then be indecisive about who you like. I don't know who I like. I like this one. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that, a lot of females out here, it's just too easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to struggle a little bit more, they'll appreciate one or two good men when they come along, light skin or dark skin,
Mm-hmm.
That's all I feel. That's all I got to say.
Okay, well, appreciate you calling in and being a viewer of the content for a minute. Thanks for calling in. Thanks, your first time calling, right?
Yeah, this is my first time. I've never called in ever, for any show.
Okay, well, thank you for calling here first.
All right, definitely.
All right, man. Take care, man. Salute to that, brother. A lot of women out here be sampling. They be sampling. And they, like he said, they don't know what they want. I kind of believe that, Once you're getting hollered at with all these different types of dudes, I mean, if a guy's colorist, he's gonna date white women regardless. But he may date a mixed woman here and there. Let me just say this, Diamond, did you block Dynamite? He said you blocked him. Don't know why you blocked, if that's true, if you blocked him. If it is, you can unblock him. He really wants to see your comments, I guess. I don't know. If he's blocked, I don't know. Yeah, I said no support, no rules. Yeah, Beyonce wants to be more pro-black, and he can't be pro-black walking around with long flowing blonde hair. That probably isn't yours, or isn't hers, Let's see. Shout out to Naima with the late fee. Appreciate that, Naima. But yeah, the lines are still open. Y'all can call in, speak to me as far as the topic is concerned. I blocked him. He's annoying. Okay, she said, bro, she says you're blocked. So I don't know. She said you're disrespectful towards her. So I don't know, hey, But we had a lot of good calls, man. That's why I've been letting y'all call in and speak your piece. I think this might be the record amount of phone calls we've had. This second hour of the show has been the phone call hour. It's been the phone call hour. This show. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically what this one has been, the phone call hour of the show. All right, you're live.
Hey, Jay, this is Naima.
What's going on, Naima?
Hey, I missed everything, so catch me up on what you're talking about here.
Well, we're talking about, shout out to Raiders 48. We're talking about Bria Miles. She went viral because I guess a white woman called her ugly, and people are saying it's because she's dark skinned. And she was the main focus and the linchpin of the topic about the conversation of black men not wanting to choose dark skinned women. That a lot of black men are just colorists or they prefer lighter skinned women. We've been talking about that, and I've been explaining that black men are going to choose who they want to choose, and it has nothing really to do with their skin tone. You do have some guys, though, I will say this, though, who do want lighter skinned women or white women, and they're usually with those women. They're not going to be with a black woman if they don't have to. So you already know who they are. You know who these colorists are. I've even heard black men say that they prefer, red bones, and because they got made fun of for being dark skinned, they don't want their kids to be dark skinned. So I've heard both sides of the argument on this, but you do have unattractive dark skinned women who will talk about how they're not getting chosen, but it's because you're unattractive. It has nothing to do with you being dark skinned, and that's basically where the topic went from there.
Oh, okay. Colorism is alive and well, for sure. So we can't act like it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. And from my experience, I remember talking to a gentleman, and he was telling me that, of course, a black guy, he was saying that he choose light skin. I'm a light skinned black woman. Mm-hmm. He would choose light skin just for the sake of light skin. And I find that to be, when he said that, I really had this face of disgust. Like, who choose people because of their complexion? To me, it's kind of weird to me. But I'm a little biased because I like chocolate. So I can be biased myself. I do like chocolate. And our chocolate sisters are beautiful. So I'm a little biased on this. I don't know if I even have the right to say all this. I'm biased too. I like chocolate. But when the guy told me that he's choosing the light skin sister just because you light skin, you choose what you like, what you appeal to, what you find sexy or attractive. Mm-hmm. So I find that. How old are you, and why are you choosing light skin for the sake of light skin? That's weird as F to me. It's so weird to me. So I didn't like that, but there is the issue going on. There's a lot of colorism going on, and not only, you saying chocolate sisters that's unattractive. There's a lot of chocolate sisters that are very attractive, but they may still get looked over because someone may say, okay, I'd rather have someone more of lighter skin on my arm. So they'll pass over this beautiful chocolate sister, pretty, nice hair, weave, whatever you want to do. She has
can't tell me you believe that. You can't tell me you believe
shape,
that.
nice body, and then they still will go for the mediocre light-skinned person, light-skinned woman. That's not cool.
A lot of those guys that you're talking about are guys who are pretty much in the industry. I don't think any regular, average, everyday black man is overlooking an attractive dark-skinned chick. It's usually a guy who's made his mind up what type of woman he wants. You know, he's not going to choose a dark-skinned woman anyway. And that's a very small percentage.
Jay, I'm speaking from experience. I have my sister dark skin, my aunt dark skin, my other aunt dark skin.
Right.
So I'm speaking from experiences.
Okay.
This is from conversation. This is not makeup. This is not make believe. This is what's really going on.
Well, you speaking from your experience, I'm speaking from mine, and that's where we at.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying. So I want to give you my opinion on my account.
Okay. Right.
So yeah. So black men, they can be biased against our chocolate sisters. But I say that, the con to that for our chocolate sisters, at least they don't have to deal with the BS of these men. So at least if they do find a man, they find that genuine man. So they really have the one up. They have the one up, because when they do find someone, they find someone who genuinely likes them, love them for who they truly are in their whole essence. So they have a one up. To me, in my eyes, they have that one up because they don't have to deal with the BS of a person wanting to like them because they're light skinned or so forth and so on, which is whatever.
It's good. So you get to avoid the guys who don't want you for being dark skinned, and that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about here. You shouldn't have to deal with people you don't want to be with, and you do have dark skinned women out there who want the same guys that all these other women are dating, and some of these guys just ain't checking for them, and they get angry because they're not being chose by some of these guys who already made their mind up about what they want.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't find Bria Miles ugly. I think she's beautiful.
I think she's attractive
beautiful.
too.
She got a nice, she have a nice shape.
Yeah.
There's nothing ugly about her.
Yeah, I don't find her ugly at all either. I've said a couple times that she's very attractive, but I just think that there are other dark skin like Kelly Rowland. There are other dark skin women out there that look good too. Like I'm not anti dark skin woman.
Right, but the thing is not a small amount. It's a large amount. It's just that they don't get the recognition that they deserve. It's a large amount.
I know. I've seen them growing up. All right. Okay. All right, Naima. I appreciate the call. I got these phone calls coming in.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jay.
All right, Naima.
All right.
Shout out to Naima for calling in. Now, there was somebody that was right on the line right when I said bye, Naima, and then they just the line just dropped. So it's like, oh man. Shout out to everybody that's here. That was a good call. She has her opinions. I have mine. Y'all have y'all. All right, you live.
Hey, man. What's up, JDB? I didn't know you was going to answer this quick. This Gemini 605.
What's going on, Gemini? I'm doing good, man. You was calling before. I seen that number. So as soon as you called back in, I ain't had nobody online. Yeah.
Oh, well, don't worry about it, man. You ain't got to seat me first in the head of the class. But the whole thing about this. Don't put me up next to the chalkboard, okay?
Nah, you got plenty of room. You got plenty of room. The glass room's about empty, man.
Yeah, but this whole thing about this light skin, dark skin thing. I think it's more about a personal preference, and I think some people put more into it than what needs to be. It's just like if you was to tell me, hey, man, I don't like jelly on my toast. I'm not going to sit up here and say, hey, man, you don't like jelly at all? You don't like grape jelly? Or you could say, I only like strawberry. Or if I make peanut butter and jelly, I only want strawberry jelly. I don't want grape. Now, I don't want any dark-skinned women out here to get offended with me, but I love women in all shapes. I can tell you that like that. You can present them to me like a checkerboard, like Captain Kirk from the 60s. Before I leave the planet, I'm going to give you a big wet one and get on the Enterprise and fly out. But in my experience, I can't lie, my personal experience, more dark-skinned women have gave me the most hell than a fair shade of woman. Now, I'm not a scientist. I'm not taking a poll or anything like that, but I don't know what it is. You know, my mother is kind of dark. My mother is dark-skinned. And you know, I'm in my 40s, but the way my mother might talk to me that time when I talk to her, just because she might not like what I'm doing or whatever, it was like, hold on, man, let me be me. You know, so we can all should just have a seat, or as people say, several seats, and take the panoramic view and sit back there. That's the best thing I can say, man. If you see a brother out there want to date high yellow chicks, because last time I checked, most black chicks I know today, if you ain't as black as the Black Manta, for example, in the new Aquaman movie, you ain't set. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't understand. And I'm not a high yellow brother, but you feel what I'm saying, baby, man. You ain't no high complexion dude, but it seems like, damn, they want them black as pad leather. And you ain't sexy if you ain't. And I'm going to just say this for real. These people talking about Idris Elba. I'm not gay or nothing, but Idris Elba looks like a regular brother to me. I see dudes like him all the goddamn time. But they're not checking for these women that's asking about a dude like that, because look at them. They got all the rolls on their body instead of in the pan baking in the oven for Christmas. But that's what I got to say, man. But I just hope I put something on some folks' mind. But once again, I love black women of all shades.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even be talking about this shit, because the last time I checked, brothers ain't never really said, hey, man, I'm not messing with her because she looks like this, she looks like that. We're just tired of dudes like a chick that know how to be quiet sometimes. Dudes like a chick that like him for him, not for what they think they can get out of him and all of that. But man, let me go ahead and cut this short, man, because I know you need some other calls. I appreciate you taking my call.
All right, Gemini. Thank you for calling in, man.
All right.
Dropping some gem. All right. I think the reference about the peanut butter and jelly was a classic one. I think that was a classic one. I don't think he hating on Idris. I think he just saying he just looks like a regular guy to him. Because, you know. Y'all couldn't hear the other call? It was kind of in and out at times. I mean, I can understand them. I know the chat probably at times, you know, couldn't really get what he was saying at certain points. But yeah, shout out to the callers, man. We have some good calls, man. Some really good calls. Miles is strictly dating Caucasian man. She lost all her good looks. No, you know what? She's crazy. She was dating an NBA player. She was dating an NBA player. Can't think of his name. He was traded from OKC to let me see. Oladipo. Something Oladipo. She was dating him, and she actually had a photo on her Instagram of her being at his game. She took it off her page, which lets me know she's probably not dating that dude no more. Now, hold on, let's see what this is. All right, you live?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. What's going on?
Yeah, not much,
I
man.
had just called in. I have one more thing to add in.
Okay.
Honestly, we got to talk about the trauma that goes on with black men and black women in the dating market.
Okay.
And it's two different types of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of black women in America, their insecurities about their dark-skinnedness. Sometimes they'll be out of shape, they'll eat more, and you know, there's two types of dark-skinned women. You have the sexy dark-skinned women and the ones that are not so appealing. Now, the sexy dark-skinned women will always get wiped up. But you have the ones that maybe be a little bit out of shape, maybe their hygiene ain't on point, maybe their attitude, because of the rejection that they get, they're a little bit more angry in life. That's why most guys always say, yo, these black women, they always have attitudes, because the darkest of the races have it the hardest. Now, the trauma with black men is that they know that majority of the time, girls always go for the light-skinned guy first early in life. That's what I've noticed. Later on, when they've made enough mistakes with arrogant light-skinned guys or guys that be feeling themselves too much, all of a sudden they want a humble black guy after. Some of them don't want the humble, handsome black hood guy early. They want it after, when they realize that some of these light-skinned guys be feeling themselves too much. Sometimes the dark-skinned men, you know, they have their insecurities. They know they've been made fun of. So they're real humble. They may be cleaner. They may work harder and more ready to be a spouse to a woman. So girls, to my knowledge, I feel like girls later on in life, they want a dark-skinned guy. You know, after they've learned the lessons of certain light-skinned guys. I'm not going to say all light-skinned guys, but a lot of light-skinned guys are cocky off the bat. You know, black guys, dark-skinned guys will work on themselves, get better at themselves, and later on they start to look more distinguished, start to look more attractive because they're more humble, more nicer, you know. So I really believe, and then light-skinned girls, I really believe a lot of light-skinned girls' hygienes don't be on point. You know, some do. I'm not going to say that thing, but some of them get away. Guys will still mess with a girl that's light-skinned, even if she has bad hygiene, just because she's pretty. And then the dark-skinned girl, she's uglier, but because she's uglier, she'll take care of herself better, and she probably would have better hygiene. You know, I went to DR. And let me tell you something that I saw what happened, what was going on in the Dominican Republic. All right? I was out there, you know, you always hear about the Puerto Plata. I've been all over. Santiago, Santo Domingo. I've been to La Romana. I've been all over. And the sexiest woman I saw out there, which was better than all the fair-skinned Dominican girls, all the ones with the big butts, was a black Haitian girl. Oh, my God. If you see how flawless her body was. She was perfect. And I swear to you, I just believe that black women in America, the dark-skinned ones, if they could just take care of themselves better, it doesn't matter whether you're ugly or not. If your body is amazing, guys will mess with you. If your hygiene is great, your attitude is great, guys will mess with you. But you cannot sit out here and be a dark-skinned girl and you don't take care of yourself. You know, you have to take care of yourself, and then men will want you. Plain and simple. I really believe that. I've seen girls in DR that they're ugly. They'll be old, but their bodies will be flawless. And guys will be going crazy for them, like, oh, my God, she's ugly, but her body is so flawless, I would wipe her. So it's not even about dark skin or nothing. It's all about you take care of yourself. Let's not beat around the bush. A lot of dark-skinned women out here, because of the little depression that they have, they overeat. So they don't have no sex appeal. You know, some of them have bad hygiene. Guys won't say it to them. They have bad hygiene. It's a total turnover. Sometimes light-skinned girls will sit out here, they're pretty as hell, and then when you get them in the bed, you realize that she's nasty, and most guys will take her the way she is because she's light-skinned and pretty. But her, you know, her hygiene could be terrible. That's all I wanted to say. That's it.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, man. Giving your perspective. Salute to you, bro. All right. You live?
Hi. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the whole dark skin issue thing. I think that the colorism thing, I think it's real. I think it's like a real problem. And I mean, it's real, but then it's not real. But I say that because most black guys that I've ever talked to, and if that particular subject ever came up, most of them will say, well, there's nothing wrong with dark-skinned girls, just that I don't really like them dark. I just like them light. Or, like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like, they'll just say, or I want my kids to look a certain way. Like, I had a conversation with a guy once. He saw my son, and my son, he's light-skinned. and he had when he was a baby, he had curly hair, and he said, "Is your child mixed?" I was like, "No, he's black." He was all like, "See," he said, "Well, I had thought he was mixed. You know, he's a cute little kid," and he was telling me how he was dating this chick. She's white and Latina, and he told me that he purposely dated her so that his kids can come out looking a certain way. And I'm like, so you just with the girl because not that he cares about her or loves her, but only because he wants his kids to come out to like look a certain way, because he told me he doesn't want his kids being real black or dark. I was like, oh, okay. So I was just sitting there like, I didn't know what to say to that. I just let him talk. But he was like, yeah, so when I have me some mixed kids, I want them to come out looking cute so I can spoil them and give them everything that I didn't have. I was like, oh, okay. But that's like where I'm from here in California, that's very common. Like you would hear most black dudes say that out here. So
yeah, I've been hearing that.
I'm kind of nervous.
You're like my third California caller or LA caller, and they've been saying the same thing about the black men there. Because I know it's a different world.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different world out there. You know, I speak from an East Coast perspective. You know, I live on the East Coast. You know, ain't too many Latinas or Armenian chicks here. You know, it's mainly just black and white females. You may have your occasional Mexicans here and there or your Puerto Ricans, but for the most part, you know, it's not that variety. You know, and but I guess there, because they have that variety, you're gonna have those guys feeling like, you know, wanting those options. But I said it earlier in the stream. I said, you know, you do got black men out there that want lighter skinned women because that's what they like, or they want kids that don't look like them because they will say they got picked on for being dark skinned. I have heard that.
Well, this guy wasn't even dark. I would say he was like brown skin. He would be considered brown skin. He wasn't your typical real dark chocolate. So when he said it, I'm like, I don't know. I just thought that was weird because usually you'll hear that from the dark, like the real dark skinned dudes. But this guy was like your brown skin. So he wasn't too light, he wasn't too dark. He was in the middle. So I wouldn't imagine him ever being teased, but that's what he told me. That's what he wants. So I was like, oh, I guess so.
Yeah, and that's why those type of people, you can't deal with those people. Those people should be ostracized if they have that type of self-hatred, whether they be male or female, you know. But okay, I appreciate you calling in. It's your first time calling in?
Yeah, it's my first time. This is Angela C. from the chat room.
Oh, that's Angela C? Angela C?
Yeah.
What is good, Angela C? You've been commenting on my videos for the last couple of years. Now you first time calling in.
Yeah. I actually stay in Sacramento.
Okay.
But yeah, from Sac to LA, the whole light skin, dark skin thing, it's just crazy. It doesn't really matter where you're at in Cali. Wow. This shit is just crazy. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know what's going to be going on with black folks here in the next 10 years. But I think like the next generation out here is going to be a whole lot of mixed folks.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I've seen black people moving from California. Like I went to school with a guy. He moved from California. That was when I was in high school. All the way to South Carolina. You know. So and also I've heard black people moving out because of the high number of people crossing the border, Mexicans crossing the border and moving into those neighborhoods as well. They're moving to Nevada and Oregon and Washington State and Texas, you know. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
You might want to find some like-minded Negroes.
You
might want to find some like-minded Negroes out there, okay?
Yeah, most folks are moving from here because the rent has tripled. Like out here in Sac, like our rent has tripled. So.
Wow.
But it's very expensive to live out here, so people are moving from here. They're going to Texas, and people are going to Vegas. But anywho, that's all I want to say.
Okay, well I appreciate
you real quick
calling in, Angela C, and hearing your voice for the first time.
All right.
See you. Shout out to Angela C calling in. Now I put a voice to the profile pic I see in my comment section all the time, or in my chat room here now. Okay. Shout out to Rogue Scholar. Says burnt pies didn't like me because I was dark skinned. I have a Korean now and she thick. Nobody wants a burnt pie. Lots of black women smell. Hey, come on, Rogue Scholar. I appreciate the donation, but come on, bro. Really? And that's why they say what they say about us, Rogue. That's exactly why they say what they say about us, Rogue. Mm-hmm. But I appreciate the donation, man. Rogue is a guy who's made his choice, you know? Just like everybody makes their choice when it comes to dating, you know? Yeah, Ansley, I heard you was nervous. You sound nervous, you know? Chill, Jay. I'm getting nervous. Chill. No, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting jealous. What you getting jealous for? This is called a live show, so people gonna be calling in, okay? To this person here, Diamond. Yeah, man, a lot of first time callers, man. A lot of first time callers. You gotta get it off. You gotta get it off your shoulders as far as being a first time caller. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like the stream. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell. Diamond's always jealous. Yeah, California is becoming a cesspool. It really is. They're taxing motherfuckers. The rent is high. You know, you got the forest that burnt down, neighborhoods. You got a whole bunch of illegals that can't speak a lick of English coming into your city talking about where the welfare at, where the Section 8 at, where I'm going to get my wig. Rose Scholar again says, I'm not fond of hot combs. He stayed parading his wife around like a trophy, like, all right. Yeah, Rose Scholar's very proud of his wife, man. It's happening in D.C. Yeah, I've heard that D.C. is like being very immigrated. But they got a lot going on out there in Cali, man. Yeah. But as far as preferences, people got them. People got preferences, you know. Yeah, Rose Scholar's cool. It's cool. Shout out to everybody that's here. The phone lines are still open. Some first time callers want to call in. Y'all seen Rogue Wife? Yeah, Rogue is proud of his wife. His wife's not bad looking, I'll tell you that right now. And you see why Rogue is promoting and he's all in love and Margaret Thomas says, move to Florida, everybody. Houston got a lot of chances. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, I moved to D.C. and it's different now. I haven't been to D.C. in years. I haven't been to D.C. in years. I can only imagine what it looks like now. Dark skin, I prefer dark skin. But they don't vibe with me. That's the thing, man. That's the thing, man. When you want a dark-skinned woman, but she may not be checking for you. That happens. Dark-skinned chicks have preferences too, man. Like, there'll be chicks that like light-skinned dudes, but they'll be low-key about it. They'll act like, you know, they're all for dating, you know, dark-skinned dudes. But really, their preference is lighter-skinned dudes. You know, we can't ignore the fact that dark-skinned chicks do have egos. You know? They have egos, they have preferences. We can't ignore that, you know? You can't ignore that they have egos. I see y'all like the stream. Hit me up in the email if there's a topic or you just want to send me a casual email. I like when people send me emails. I do read them. I read pretty much all my emails. Unless you're just sending me links to like random people's videos. Like if you're going to send me a link to something, let it mean something. Miranda Newcomer. What's good, Miranda? That's a cool name. Newcomer. Miranda Newcomer. Yeah, man. Like who likes you, man. Ain't that right, D Provost? Check for the people who check for you, right? Because I've been around dark-skinned chicks with a whole lot of attitude. A whole lot of attitude. Okay? And they wonder why they're not getting approached. Maybe it's because it's not just that you're dark-skinned, because you have a fucking chip on your shoulder and you have an ego. Because you can't get the guys that you want, but the guys that you don't want are approaching you. Or there are guys who you're not even giving a chance to. That's why you got to learn to read people better. Read people better. Nonverbal communication is what's needed. It helps to have good nonverbal communication skills. Other apartments in DC running for what? 4,000 a month? What do they think this is? New York? What do they think DC is? New York? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They think DC think they New York, like what the fuck? Okay, Miranda. That's interesting. Yeah, because like my aunt lived in a suburb outside of DC in Fort Washington. That's cool. All right, here we go. All right, you live.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? Finally, you're back on. Yeah, what's your name?
This is Kelly.
Kelly.
I apologize. I was going to the mountains in Utah, and I lost signal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's cool. Now you're back. You're back now, and it's Okay.
All right. So I don't know what you guys have been talking about because I haven't been able to, hear anything for the last hour.
Okay. Well, I'll shorten it.
We're still talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna shorten it for you. All right, I'm gonna shorten it for you. We've been talking about this notion that a lot of men, especially black men, don't want to date dark-skinned women just because they're dark-skinned, and not that the fact that woman may not be attractive. This thing is being pushed out there and perpetuated into stereotypes about us not wanting to date dark-skinned women.
Okay, so I want to give you my honest opinion, and I want to first that I know, I feel like you're probably not that type of black man, and I'm sure a lot of your callers don't think in that way. So, when you're asking these type of questions, if the people that are watching who don't think that way, you're going to get a lot of people saying, well, I don't know anyone who's like that. And you're probably not like that yourself. But I feel like when you talk about issues about dark skin, it's almost like you find it hard to believe that guys are like this. Like, I'm sorry, I've been to 41 states. Mm-hmm. I live in Arizona.
Okay. And
I'm sorry, out here, black men do not prefer black women. That's not what I see.
Well,
I'm sorry, and it's not just Arizona thing.
Mm-hmm.
I see this everywhere I go. Let's say you see 3 or 4 black men. They're not all with black women. If I saw 3 black guys under 40, probably only one is with a black woman. Mm-hmm. And then you have to account for, are these dark-skinned black women? Are these brown-skinned black women? Are they mixed or biracial? Like, that's another thing you have to look at. And I don't know why it seems like it's hard for people to believe that. Look, there's obviously going to be some people that don't like dark skin for whatever reason. Some people don't like light skin, but I mean, I don't know why this is hard to believe. Like, I know people that are black. I know people that are white. I know people that are Hispanic that have even told me, like, I'm a woman, so they're not going to be telling me what they think about women, but I even know women that have told me that they don't like black guys that are dark. If they're going to date a black guy, they want them to be light. So, like, if women think that way, then why would it be hard to believe that a guy thinks
Well,
that
let
way?
me just say this. Because if you would have heard like the last 30 minutes, I've said that there are black men who have that same mentality. I've heard it myself. And it's not that I don't think that black men think this way, because I do, because nothing really surprises me with anybody these days, you know. But the thing, when I speak on this topic, it's because when it comes to a lot of black men in the entertainment industry, if they're not with a dark-skinned woman, they're immediately attacked. If there are black men who put up posts with non-black women, they're attacked. Okay, and they'll say it's because they don't want a dark-skinned black woman. That's what's happening. So you're always being faced with this question of, do black men, the majority of us, want a dark-skinned woman? And my only argument is that we'll date a dark-skinned woman if she's attractive. Nobody wants to date an ugly woman, no matter what her skin tone is. That's my portion of it, you know.
Okay, but let's say some of those guys that you're saying they'll date them if they're attractive. Like, I don't know. Like, what I don't know what they. I can't say, like, I'm not in other people's heads. I don't know like what they think. But like, when people date, like, let's be honest. Like, I know, like, I'm willing to date like different races. So like, I know I have types of guys that I'm not attracted to. So why would I lie about it? Like, and it's not even a black thing. So like, there obviously are people that don't like dark-skinned women. They might fuck you. They might go on a couple of dates with you, but that doesn't mean that that's what they want to settle down with or show their friends or take home to their mom. They might feel better, like, about themselves. They might feel like they made it, or like they might feel like it just might make them feel better, like that they have a white woman or a woman that's lighter. Like, I don't know.
I think that's a narrative that's being pushed, and that's why this is a topic. Because, again, just like I don't generalize black women, I feel like black men are being generalized. When I go out every single day and I don't see black women, just black men with a bunch of light skinned, mixed or biracial, light skinned or mixed or white women like that. Okay, that's the thing, and the narrative continues to push out there. No, that's what people are telling me. Hold on. People are telling me from all across the country, and you can look at statistics. It's a narrative that's being pushed by people who can't get a man.
That's not necessarily true. Like,
really?
I mean, come on. I've been when I used to party. I've seen there could be a
used to party. So you retired from partying?
And guys might not even talk to her. They might talk to her white friend.
Okay, that's one experience. That's one experience. That's one experience.
That's one experience. But how many? I'm 33 years old, so
okay.
I've seen a lot to like know. Like, I mean, like, I don't know why we can't just admit that this is something that.
Well, let me ask you, what is your skin tone? Hold on, what is your skin tone? Are you a light skin or a dark skin woman? Live your truth. Okay, so you're a dark skin woman. So, are you telling me that the majority of the black men you've been around have not been interested in you? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying that. But look, obviously, I'm not going to be like, look, no one's going to be everyone's cup of tea. And like, you can't like count people who might do, like, a guy will fuck anything. That doesn't mean that that does not mean that that's what he would want to settle down with. So I can't judge people that are hollering at me like really quick, or like, I don't know. Just to be like, you had a caller that called in that said he was from South Africa, I believe, or somewhere in Africa. And just about an hour ago, and I heard most of what he said, and I agree with him. Like, he's off from America. So like, what reason does he have to like lie about what he's seen. He's from another country, and he could clearly see.
Yes,
that
and
in
guess
America,
what? Hold
bias.
on. And guess what? There was another caller that agreed with him, but that's in California. They agreed that there are a lot of black men out there dating non-black women, preferably Mexican women. But that's in that particular area, okay? We can't just generalize all black men, because a lot of black men aren't around a lot of non-black women like that.
I didn't say all black men, but
But you're assuming.
I can't worry about what black men.
Okay. This call has been on long enough. Do you have anything final you want to say? This call has been on about damn near 10 minutes. You got anything you want to add? Like, instead of going back and forth?
I guess not.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to ask me anything else, but like I haven't heard your show, so I don't really know where.
Yeah, that's why you got to go back and listen. If you were to go back and listen, you would agree with a lot of what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you go do that, all right?
I will do.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. All right? Bye. Damn, I looked over and the call been on for damn near 8 minutes. Abort. Look, man, I'm not about to go back and forth with callers, man. Y'all make your points, man, but make sure that y'all saying it in a rational manner. If she would have listened to my show earlier, she would have agreed with a lot of what I said. I'm not saying that black men don't prefer light-skinned women. I said it early in the stream and often. Like, come on, man. Let's see. If you're on the line, call back in. Call back in. Hello?
Yo, JDB, this is Gemini once again. I just wanted to call, and I ain't going to hold on.
All right.
But I want to say this. All I got to say is this. Now, the last time I had my headphones on, so I hope everyone in the chat can hear what I got to say.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. And I ain't trying to be discriminatory, but fuck all that. Anybody that's black from Utah,
mm-hmm.
And I say this shit all the way back since 1991 when Karl Malone's punk ass didn't want Magic playing in the league. And he's a big-ass black man with 7 foot wide shoulders driving a truck.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think like other black folks that's in the Midwest. You down there in Carolina country, I believe. I hope you ain't been taking on too much water down there in the snow.
No.
They don't think like most black folks.
Right.
They lost. You talk to black folks that live in Washington State, they only account for what, maybe 2%, 3% of the state?
Yeah, if that.
That's the most sex. Listen, Utah, I put it in the chat. Utah has it. They got 2 birds with 1 stone. They the most religious, let them tell it, and the most sex-filled state. And these black folks that live in Utah act like they just don't know. You think you ain't the only ink spot out there? Now, this ain't even got shit to do with light skin or dark skin. And folks in the chat up there tried to say, I'm talking about something that's dark skin is ugly. I said in my history, my personal dealings with a woman that's dark skinned, always got something to say about something. You can't do shit right. It ain't even got shit to do with you. You can get off of work and come to her black ass and she's complaining. But light-skinned chicks, they get crazier on the different end. Nobody makes videos about that. Light-skinned chicks want to cut up shit. bust windows, throw rocks and all that shit, and do all kinds of crazy shit. The point what I'm saying is, fuck what a motherfucker tell you. Do what's comfortable for you.
Right.
And them motherfuckers is in that peanut gallery up there talking this bullshit to whoever. Fuck them. Because where was they at when you was on your knees, when you was down and out, when you didn't have no one to talk to? I don't had a many a bitch in my lifetime tell me this shit, man, and I don't like all that junk. So fuck all this light skin, dark skin. This goes to all the women out there. This goes out to the women out there shitting on the dude who got the Asian wife. Had y'all ever thought that he tried all spectrums and y'all shitted on him? And he moved away from y'all, and what you doing? Y'all still shitting on him. Both skin tones. Did you ever think about that? But they can't think about that shit, JDB, because they got all that weave on top of their head. Let me cut up off this phone, man, because I can keep this shit on the road like
I know you can. I know you can.
I tell them the truth. I'm sick of hearing all this bullshit. There's a whole lot of women sitting up here listening to this live stream right now. It was a dude that came across their life and really cared about them, wanted them. What did they do? They shitted on him for whatever, motherfucker. All these chicks be out here trying to fool with these Negroes with this genuine hair, good hair, let them call it. Let's keep it real. But had they had any fucking sense, if they looked at the man who they fuck with, look at his uncles, look at their daddy, then they have a boy with good hair. Guess what? He gonna be bald-headed before he's 25. Most of them dudes with real good hair like that, high yellow. Oh, don't nobody say nothing to the real dark-skinned chicks that look like a piece of Kingsford. Fuck with them high yellow Negroes. They don't say nothing to that, do they? They just make, fuck what they edges and hair look like. They just want a baby with some good hair. That's all a lot of women really want. Something where they can sit down in their lap and play in their hair. And if they ain't got it, regardless, black men, if you dark skinned, light skinned, whatever. That's what the fuck they want. And if you ain't got no hair and if you ain't got no money, then your ass ain't got no honey. Period. Now let the truth be told. I'm out of here, man.
All right, Gemini. All right, deuces. Shout out to Gemini for that rant. Gemini, that was classic, bro. I may have to edit. I may have to go back and man, I may have to put that as a video. I don't know yet. But that was some classic shit from Gemini. Shout out to Gemini. He's feeling very good on this Friday night, as well as I know a lot of y'all are. Oh yeah, he definitely dropped the mic on that one. We are still live in here. The numbers are actually going up. It's cool, man. Where y'all coming from? Y'all coming from being out all night? Y'all done been out all night, so y'all say, fuck it, let's go see what JD doing. What the fuck is he doing? Let's see what this guy's doing. I bet you there's probably somebody that don't like me looking at me saying, I hate this nigga. Why y'all looking at this nigga? Donating to this nigga. Fuck that nigga, man. Why is he taking all those phone calls? Nobody wants to talk to him. All right, you live.
Yo, what up, Jay?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Hey, I'm Marcus. I'm from Miami. I feel like some insecurities are being projected off on us black men.
Okay.
I honestly feel like that, man. Just because we have options.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole colorism bullshit. As a youngster, the only time I ever heard colorism, I never heard it from my father. I always heard it from women. Like, sit your little black ass down, all this and that, and I ain't never take it personal. it's emotional, and men use logic. So that whole colorism shit, it's just, I see it like how I see the Black Lives Matter movement. They hijacking it to push their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? So that whole little colorism shit, man, that's emotional. That shit for women, man. You know what I'm saying? And they just pushing their insecurities off on us. So I just hear it don't fly to me. So I just let that shit fly. It don't mean nothing. So it just insecurities being pushed off on us. We gotta just, you know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about that shit. You too big for this anyway, man. You shouldn't even be. You know what I'm saying? This shouldn't even be a topic. It's beneath us, man.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But keep doing your thing, man.
All right,
Keep
man.
growing.
I appreciate the call, bro. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, I usually speak on things that, you know, people want to hear. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, you live.
Who's that?
It's
You live?
Yeah, JDBlack. Yeah, man.
Okay, how you doing, brother? How you doing,
What's
man?
going on, man?
Okay, I want to say this, right? This whole colorism between black men is only liking light-skinned women and all that. Brother, that's some. I'm from D.C. I was the one that said about the 4,000 a month apartment thing, right? I'm from D.C. All I see is black men with dark-skinned women, and some black women with light-skinned women too. To me, this is just a way of black women to deflect how they are. You know what I'm saying? It's a way of them to deflect how they are. Now look at this, right? Look, to me, look how small that this is. This is black women going against black women, saying, now, okay, first it was stuff like this. It was black men get money, they become successful, and all they do is choose white women. Now they don't have that no more. Now black women are talking about, oh, once y'all get on this and that, all y'all choosing, you can't have a light-skinned black woman. You can't have a Latino black woman. That's the problem I have. Me, I grew up, I'm a light-skinned black man.
Okay.
I grew up and faced all type of stuff. Oh, you light-skinned, dark-skinned dudes gave me, I had to fight all the way through school. But guess what? Our light-skinned brothers always dealt with dark-skinned women. It was more like a light-skinned dudes, like dark-skinned women. I'm 42 years old, so I'm older than a lot of people that come on these live streams.
Yeah.
And it was like light-skinned dudes, like we like the dark-skinned women, the dark-skinned guys, like light-skinned women, whatever. And now, me as a light-skinned brother, we can do a whole show on this. I've been through it where all the dark-skinned women are now looking at us like we some shit. Because all the dark-skinned sex symbols are what? Idris Elba, Morris Chestnut, the other dark-skinned dude, some Tate, I forgot his name. All that's going on. So we can go, I can do a whole lot on colorism between how black women treat light-skinned black men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like women won't take accountability for nothing about it. She'll be 300 pounds and she'll be dark-skinned, and then she'll be saying, oh, men don't like me because I'm dark-skinned. Bruh, they can say men are dogs. I know black men that they may prefer a light-skinned black woman. She's black. She's just lighter.
Right.
She's black though. You know what I'm saying? But they would deal with all the good looking, you know what I'm saying? Tay Diggs, I forgot him. They would deal with all the good looking, dark skinned black women if that's what that appeals to him. The man is automatically attracted to wherever his eyes see. And then at the same time, it's in a man's nature to be if you a man, God put in masculinity. If you are automatically attracted to a femininity of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they got a problem, because brothers are saying like, man, we're going to Dominican Republic, we're going to the Caribbean, we're going to Africa, we're going to these places, and we seeing black women that look just like our women in America, that's just as black, but we falling in love. So it ain't even about complexion, man. Black women is always, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a black woman basher, and I don't want y'all to think that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm trying to come to some common ground between black men and black women. But black women are always coming up with all these reasons why black men don't like. But we can go all over and travel all over the world and fall in love with all different black women.
Yeah, we love
Brother
femininity.
JDBlack.
Yeah, we love femininity.
You know the girl, you know the Cuban girl, what's her name? Lena Gregor? Amara Lena Gregor or something. The girl off of Love and Hip Hop with Safari and all that.
Oh, to my Erica Mena.
Amara Lena Gregor.
To my Erica Mena or Marla Negra. Lamar La Negra. Yeah. To my what name is Amara La Negra? You talking about her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a black woman that's blacker than me. But black woman got on her because she said, with my man, I believe in taking care of the home and cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And black women was like, oh, she's a pick-me woman. I know you heard that statement. You know, I know you heard that little statement, a pick-me woman.
Pick-me, yeah.
Pick-me woman. Yeah, I look after my man. I cook and clean for him, this and that. Is a pick-me woman. And black women has spoken it. It's nothing about a complexion, man. It's nothing. We the only ones stupid enough to fight on complexion. Because if you gonna fight on complexion and say black men is choosing dark and this and that, then you down and you notice light skinned women is chilling.
All right.
They ain't even in there.
I appreciate the call, man. I'm gonna let some more of these callers come in, bro. But I appreciate your perspective.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, thanks for the call.
I appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
Let me get a few more phone calls in here before I wrap it up. I seen the phone calls coming in crazy. I maybe can get one or two in. Y'all gonna have to do it in the next 10 minutes. Next 10 minutes, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and shut the phone lines down. All right, you live?
Hey, JDBlack, this is Nakia.
What's going on, Nakia?
I'm good. I'm all the way from Ohio.
Oh, shout out to Ohio.
So, my opinions on this topic is, I'm 21, so I'm still kind of fresh in the world, still, experiencing life. And this whole light-skinned, dark-skinned thing is just so annoying now to me. Like, it's so exhausting. It's not about what black men think of you. It's about what you think of yourself. Right. If a guy came to me and he told me I was unattractive, oh well, because I know a guy around the corner thinks I'm beautiful. And, it's just all about your own self-confidence. And, not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay, but I'm so over black women trying to find excuses to be victims. Like, forget what people think of you,
Yeah, that's what I tell them. Be and be with who you want to be with instead of allowing people to dictate what you should like,
Right, because every time I look around, I'm like, it's a problem here, it's a problem there, femininity, feminist. Like, I'm not a feminist. I'm just over everything, just trying to be victim of. It's just be yourself and find somebody that's compatible with you. I'm not the girliest girl. I have dreadlocks. I'm kind of laid back in my own style, but I do like a guy who is intellectual, and any brown-skinned woman who wants to go after a guy that a light-skinned girl getting, you really shouldn't. You can't chase after everybody. Some of these dudes look good, but have no intellect, don't know how to speak, don't even have proper grammar. Like, I'm all about grammar. Like, if you talk to me like you in the third grade, like, that is so unattractive to me. You gotta know how to talk,
Right.
I even in text messages, like, you gotta know how to talk. And I'm 21, so I've always been wise for my age. Like, even when I was 16, I never really liked the boys my age. I always thought they was childish. I thought they was messy. And some of them light-skinned girls was kind of fast in the ass anyway. They did what they wanted to do. And, you know, the brown-skinned girls, what they do, they ran after them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just feel like it's just be confident in who you are and, you know, just be patient. Like, don't rush into relationships. I think that's another big problem, you know, for a lot of people my age. It's like once you're 20, oh, you got a boyfriend, oh, you got some kids. I'm like, nah, I ain't got no boyfriend. I ain't got no kids. And thank God I ain't got no kids, you know? It's just rush. No, let's take your time. Take your time. And that's all I got to say, and I like your show.
Oh, thank you, Nakia. Shout out to you putting a face to the voice. No, put a voice to the face. Shout out to you.
You're welcome. All right, you keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, bye. Shout out to Nakia calling in for the first time, putting a voice to the face. Okay. I think that might do it for the phone call. Y'all may have to call into the next show. I should be getting some super chats with all these goddamn good ass phone calls I'm getting. I know that. But shout out to everybody who's hit it though. I appreciate that. Who's hit the super chat. I appreciate that. But you know, we did all right with a lot of y'all here, man. And you know, we had a good conversation. All right, maybe it'll take at least one or two more calls. All right, you live?
Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? It's Karan from Chicago.
Hey, what's going on, Karan?
Not much, man. Yeah, I really think, man, with this issue, I think it breaks down to really programming, man.
Okay.
You know, television programming, radio programming, just overall programming shit. I mean, like, as far as women, like Beyonce, I mean, she light-skinned.
Yeah.
And as far as the black community, black people in general, shit, that's the baddest chick we know right now. Or known to man, supposedly. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, I think everybody really want that. Even her, she got blonde hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's the thing. Like, when they say black men was in, well, light-skinned black dudes was in. You know what I mean? Howard Hewitt from Shalimar, dude was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what made light-skinned dudes popping. And then Genuine was in, so light-skinned dude was popping. So, like, I think if we're going to change anything, people got to break their programming, man. Or you got to get with somebody who ain't programmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even the caller that called in about the dreadlocks, I ain't got nothing against dreadlocks, but shit, I've been tricked before. Shit, you think you got a woman who got a mind on her, more conscious just because of her hairdo, shit. That shit don't work like that way. You know what I mean? You'll get tricked. So you got to really, again, calm down and figure out people this day and age, man. Everybody different, man. You got to figure out what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
People are.
That's all I got, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate what you do, family.
Hey, thanks for the call, man. Shout out to everybody in Chicago, man.
For sure, for sure.
All right, man. Shout out to brother for calling in. Whoo. One more call, I think I can get in. One more call. JDBMediaNews, I got you. All right, Antoine, cool. One more call, I think I can get in. Who's gonna be that other person? I'm gonna have to shut it down. This has been a good show. Honestly, I think I could go maybe another. I could go another hour, but I don't think I got it in me. You know, I like to keep the streams not so long. Now this thing is 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Now people gonna be complaining, JDB, your stream is 3 hours. So I probably will put up a stream clip. I have to put up a stream clip on one of my other channels. All right, just look out for it. And most of these top models are dark skin. Okay, hold on. All right, you live?
Yeah, Data, this is Ryan, man. Just calling in. All I gotta say is one thing, man.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
And, I'm not gonna stay on the phone too long. Hey, listen, you know, the bottom line is this: it's all about money, man. That's the bottom line. You know, we live in America here. The skin tone thing, you know, ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, that's my opinion. You feel me?
Yeah, that's why I've been saying, like, to me, it's not really about skin tone, it's about the person. You know, if the person
Exactly.
that, they attitude fucked up, I mean, you're not gonna want to deal with them regardless of their skin tone. You know, there are plenty of single women who are not dark skinned. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. And like Kelly Rowland.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name is Kelly. She with Nelly. And, I mean, she's dark skinned and she's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And like I say, man, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with, you know, all that skin tone thing, man. It's about how successful you are and how much money you got.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say, man. I'm gonna let somebody else go in. Later.
All right, thank you for the call, bro. Thank you for the call.
All right.
Thank you for the call. Okay, that might be it. Is that it? Yeah, that might be it. That might be it for the calls. Yeah, I think that might be it for the calls. But shout out to everybody that tuned in, that called in. I appreciate that. It's just a really good show we had tonight, man. Y'all did your thing tonight, man. All the commenters, shout out to the moderators, Shelly, everybody else here. Y'all been doing a good job, man. I appreciate that. And all the commenters, everybody that's here. It's more that Michael Rappaport. Why would Michael Rappaport call my show? I gotta get it together. Nelly never made Ashanti public. Yeah, I think that was because I think that Nelly, had more control in that situation. They didn't want his relationship too public. But I think a lot of people knew they were dating, though. A lot of people knew that they were dating. That's it for the phone call, fam. I'm sorry about that. That's it for the phone calls. I gotta go. I gotta go, people. Call back on the next show. And we can pick up where we left off, but it'll be with a different topic. It'll be with a different topic. But shout out to everybody that's here. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care. I know it's Friday, so have a good weekend and don't get in no trouble, because I don't want to hear about none of y'all doing nothing about nothing. Okay? Now, I know I said the show was over, but y'all motherfuckers still here in the chat room. Usually, it be like 1 or 2 people that are still here left, and I may converse with them a little bit, but y'all niggas is still in the chat. And cut out all that goddamn arguing. Okay, this is a family-friendly product, show, or whatever you want to call it. Instead of getting drunk and getting into it, just vibe, all right? I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good weekend.